I didn't see you there, man. Welcome back to the beach. We're here with my good friend Gunner62. Gunner, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. I am maybe in the same shirt as yesterday, but that's okay. And I'm excited for the finals. I'm excited for the games. I'm excited for the top players.
Yeah.
The top players.
Honestly, these players have come a long way. Like, the entire day yesterday was just non-stop insane action. If you missed it, it was over on twitch.tv/Eternal Return Game. The whole qualifier stage was over there. We had 54 of the best players in the entire NA and even some guests from EU region coming over to compete in some absolute bloodbaths on this festive, beachy event. But we have our finals right here. We have our 18 players and they're all locked and loaded and ready to go. Gunner, you've seen the 18 players that have made it here. You saw them fight there. Do you want to give our viewers today sort of an intro to all these players? You want to sort of talk about who we got coming in today?
Alright, sure. I mean, I think the first person everyone looked to would be ERBS. He somehow, some way won almost all of the past tournaments we've had for solos. Definitely one of the favorites coming into this tournament. I'm Rin, of course. He hasn't picked up any really huge tournament wins for himself yet, but everyone knows him as like a really, really strong player. Obviously the best Sylvia player in NA. I mean, he's hit like Immortal ranked on KR on NA ping, so that says something for himself as well. And I mean, he's put up such a strong showing yesterday in his group that you'd have to put him also at the top. I mean, Homecoming, he's won a tournament in the past as well on Yuki. You'd expect to see him put a good showing as well. Wraith Kira, also one of the top players in NA. I mean, I think he might be currently ranked 1 or number 2 in NA right now. And I mean, Piemaster, of course, number 1 heart in NA, also ranked 1 in NA in the past. Gotta give it. I mean, this entire lobby.
You can keep going. Like, legit.
So many winners. Yeah.
The entire lobby is just nothing but like the best of the best. Like, sure, there were some amazing players who weren't able to quite make it yesterday because, I mean, again, the competition was so fierce, so getting in was so difficult. But like, we have all of Team USA in here from from the ERBS tournament that just happened recently over in Korea. Also, I want to give a huge special shout out to Nazimi. This was a player that everyone respects in the high-end scene of this game, but no one really went into this tournament going like, oh, Nazimi is obviously like the favorite to win. Nazimi is by far my favorite to win right now. Did you like Nazimi yesterday won all 3 games in their group? No other player even came close to that sort of a record. Played 3 different characters and won every single game. Complete clean sweep against some of the best players in the region. So I am extremely excited to see what Nazimi's going to be bringing out here today. But yeah, like this entire cast of players, it's completely insane. And it's not like we have everyone playing the same character. It's not like the meta is completely stale. We have so much diversity. What kind of characters are you expecting to see today?
I mean, of course, the classic Hyjin. We got the 2 Hyjin mains in this lobby, ERBS and Ghost. I'm expecting to see 2 Sylvias coming out from Sleeping Lion and Amrin. Likely 1 to 2 Nadine players from Homecoming. Perhaps Gobu might play it. I'm guessing he's going to play it. Lily Petal also likely to play Nadine. So either like 2 to 3 players right there. I mean, Gobu's probably going to play Rio one more time. Piemaster's going to play Heart most likely. Nazimi's going to play... Ooh,
Nazimi's going to play whatever the hell Nazimi feels like playing. Nazimi is such a versatile player, but go on.
Yeah, and then we have Bandit Bagel and Tezka. They're both pretty well known for very good Jackie players. Gali X, of course, is the ISOL player in our lobby. I mean, he almost took the ARDN, very close to taking the entire tournament over ERBS. Wraith Kira. I'm not actually sure what Wraith Kira is going to play because he did bust out the 11 yesterday, but...
Not only did he play 11, he committed to playing 11.
Yeah.
That was the craziest part for me.
Although I'm curious if he's gonna stick with it because that might have just been kind of like a group thing, and he might go back to Alex now. But we'll have to see. I mean, 11 looked pretty good in the fact that you could always escape from any engagement you really wanted to, just because of how powerful the instant like on air is, jumping away, fully unstoppable, pretty much.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can actually see right now Lily Petal actually choosing to go with Hyjin. So we have 3 Hyjin players starting off right now. This is a bit odd. Both Gobu, Lilipel, and Averse on Hyjin. Ghost opting to play his secondary, his Razi in the first game. So thankfully they've dodged the 4 Hyjin lobby.
Another interesting thing here, another interesting pick here to look at is Wraith Kira switching to Dagger Jackie. This was not something he played any of in the qualifier stage, and he's bringing it out here in the finals. Maybe he didn't quite like the 11? I don't know, he committed to the 11, and he's been playing Alex like crazy this entire time on the ladder, so I was expecting to see mostly those 2 characters, but he's starting out with the Dagger Jackie, which honestly, I kind of like that pick. It's very safe, it's very consistent, and if you want something to start off a tournament, it's safe and consistent.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't know, Wraith Kira was basically he created the Bleeder Jackie build that was so popular for like pretty much the entirety of like this season, maybe even like part of last season. And he's just really talented Jackie player. It might not be the first thing you think of him anymore, because he's pretty well known for his Alex now, but before he was pretty much like the best Jackie player, I would say.
Absolutely.
And yeah, here we go. I mean, we got our contestants going off. If we look at the map one more time, have most of our, again, like we've seen earlier, most people in Hospital, Factory, Archery, although they're a little bit more spread out now between Chapel and Cemetery. I just want to point out Rin is actually starting off with our Nunchaku Dailin, and it looks like he's, recently, Nunchaku Dailin has been on the rise, and people have started to see it as almost like better than Glove Dailin right now, with a lot of people running either Cerberus or Vibroblade as their primary picks.
Yeah, and another thing about it too is that of all the glove players, we really only had Binks, and Binks was not able to quite make it over to the finals, so I don't think we're going to be seeing a ton of glove. We are already seeing 200 MS bringing the glove though, so I am excited to see what that's going to be, especially if you're starting in... Wait, no, this is not a 4 start. Is that...
Oh,
you think it's a White Claw punch?
Yeah, the Bloodwing, oh, sorry, yeah, he's going White Claw. I think he might have started in Chapel.
No, I don't actually
either Chapel
know.
or Avenue. I think he's...
I didn't quite see.
Yeah, I didn't quite see either, but he did have the glass bottles and the white powder, so I'd assume it was a Chapel start.
Oh my god. Okay, so Gobu... I mean, this is not like a surprise to see on Gobu, because of all the people I've ever known to play Ancient Bolt Hedge, it's always been Gobu. Gobu brought this out a long time ago, kind of popularized it for a little bit until it fell out of favor, so he's bringing it back once again over here. Another character pick that we have not talked at all about, which the NA server cannot stop talking about, is this Vajra Magnus build. We've been seeing this a lot on the ladder. This has been a very controversial character like weapon combination. Essentially the gimmick behind this is that you build Vajra, you build these tanky stats, and you just kind of third party everything. You don't really commit to any of these fights, and you're very much like an in and out kind of fighter. Like you just come in, smack someone around, and then leave, because you just
in
wait
Hospital
for those
right now,
cooldowns. There's
actually a fight going on between Wraith Kira and Amrin. Wraith Kira using the Chainsaw Massacre. Amrin popping a lot of his damage, goes and uses the Striking Tire, but he's very low, and Wraith Kira kills him with the ult reactivation. Actually playing the Axe Jackie, not actually Dagger, just starting off with the Dagger for the move speed, and just over top of him, Brandflakes is actually getting gone on by Homecoming, getting brought down really low, and Wraith Kira should know this. He's crafting right next to him. He'll go into his vision range right now, but he sees him now, sees the target. Hack and Slash gets used, but Homecoming hears it with the bullseye, and now Homecoming keeps up the pressure, but knows he doesn't have the Wolf Assault and doesn't want to delay his build any longer, so just starts looting Brandflake's body and crafting the rest of his build. But Wraith Kira steps on the Bamboo Trap again in Hospital, and now it's a 1v1 between Wraith Kira and Homecoming, and Wraith Kira might have bit more than he should chew. Homecoming monkey wires it and gets the last on Wraith Kira, and that's lights out for him in game 1. Brandflakes, Rin, and Wraith Kira all falling in Hospital really early. And man, that's an early 2 kills for Homecoming right there.
Yeah,
Such
that's
a good
big.
start.
Homecoming in particular is one of these players that if you give him the momentum, if you give him that early advantage, he will take it and run away with it. Look at it. He's already at 5 items, managing to take a few things off of these bodies. He is looking so good at the moment. And when it comes to Nadine too, you need momentum in these kills, but also you need momentum on your farm. And the fact that he got these early items and those early kills means he can focus on farm, no problem from now on. I'm expecting good things out of Homecoming for the rest of this game. Also, one thing we should mention, the tree fight. Not a player I often see fight the tree is Averse. And he's over here with Glacial Shoes. He managed to contest, I believe it was a Lennox and I forget who else, but there was a couple people contesting Tree, but he managed to come out on top. So nicely done, Averse. That is a big advantage for him. Now Gobu potentially getting in a fight over here. We also have Tezca and 200 MS positioning around each other. Tezca standing, I think he's resting. It doesn't look like it, but he's resting right now. Looks like they're not going to actually take that fight, but Gobu, he smells blood.
Yeah, in archery, Gobu just going in here with the 5 almost.
Oh, no.
He uses it too early, or doesn't take the teleport on time, so he doesn't get the fear off on Tarun, but still has 2 stacks, misses the Q omen. Now fear goes off during the snare, but it's almost not enough, but Tarun very, very low, gets hit by one last omen and the last off attack, finishes him off. A bit of a whiffed combo there by Gobu, but it doesn't quite matter. And now in Alley, actually, our 2 Vajra Magnus players hitting each other a little bit. Now, you don't usually expect these to kill each other, these 2 builds to kill each other, so it's likely just a bit of a trade on the mastery. Yeah, just handshaking a little bit, saying, hey, I'll raise your mastery a little bit, you raise mine, and we'll go our separate ways.
Yeah, totally. I feel like... I mean, okay, let's be honest. That was a messed up combo. Gobu kinda scuffed it there. It wasn't exactly as he envisioned, but it worked out in the end. Those auto attacks, I mean, hey, if you're playing an auto attack build, you don't necessarily need to land all your skills correctly in order to get most of your damage out. So that's a little bit unlucky, but at the same time, a little bit lucky for Gobu there. How is Pie Master doing? He's preparing for this tree fight, but Gally's not going to give it up for free. This is one of the most important fights in this entire match. Exactly how this plays out will completely change the entire scape of the rest of the game. Gally and Pie Master, they're both playing 2 characters who need this tree for a Laurel Wreath, and neither of them wants to give it up for free.
Well,
neither of them are going to go for it, I guess. Guys,
oh, actually,
my narrative
right now, Homecoming has jumped on top of Tezca with the Wolf Assault, gets blinded by Tezca. Tezca has no Don Quixote to get out. Averse is also here. Averse uses the 5 omens, but doesn't secure the kill. Homecoming gets it. Averse steering Homecoming away. Homecoming Wolf Assault has run out, but Averse, okay, looking to go back in. Oh, maybe not. Gets zoned away. Neither of these people really want to fight each other too much, but Averse waiting for his cooldown. Could still go in once he gets his teleport back up. Homecoming still playing aggressive, trying to poke him down a little bit, but decides against it, and now that engagement has ended in Homecoming's favor, and that's 3 kills now for Homecoming.
Hold on. Gobu potentially sniffing out another fight over here in archery. It seems to be a zone, but can't quite seem to connect with these initial omens. It's not going to be good enough, or rather these charms, rather. We have Waterfudge and Striker about to be in an engagement over here in Hotel, but remember, Waterfudge is likely going to be playing to poke in CC and disengage, get the damage in on cooldown, and then sort of reposition and go for the next fight. That's how this build has been playing out, but Striker wants to all in. So this fight is very... I don't know, it's very tension-based. Also, Gobu going in on Gally. Gally gets the fear. Beautiful combo this time, actually does connect, and that's going to be a 2nd kill over here for Gobu, our other Hedgen player.
Yeah, and while that was all going on, Nazimi actually managed to get the forest tree for himself, basically for free, and built himself a Scotty, which is really nice for the Barbara player. I mean, Barbara's so good with flat amp, of course, with the free Electron Laser ultimate.
Playing very patient right now, trying to scout out someone who might come over here, maybe get a free catch and a free kill. Nazimi, this is insanely patient from Nazimi right here. Averse doesn't seem to... Okay, he's aware something's going on. He puts the camera down, doesn't quite connect into the bush, but you know what? Nazimi didn't quite have the catch that he needed. So that's going to be it. All right, they're going to be backing away from each other.
Yeah, I actually want to point out all 3 of our Hygiens are actually on different builds. Like Lily Petal's on the Jebby's crit Hygian build.
Gosh.
Gobu is on Ancient Bolt, and Averse is on the classic Elemental Bow fight Elemental Bow build right there. Also, just want to point out Sleeping Lion pretty quiet this game, but he's managed to get himself a Mithril armor as well as finishing his entire build. And Bernice's late game, once he gets all of his items up, as long as he doesn't get one-shot by one of these Hygiens...
Oh! Pie Master interrupting Averse's ultimate there. The 5 omens will not be available for Averse. The E doesn't quite connect, I believe, both of its hits, but now there goes the fear. Pie Master's going to be forced to back away from this, as we do have a third party of 200 MS potentially coming in at any point. Pie Master missing quite a lot now, missing the... Oh no, but... Hang on. What's this? Pie Master, he lands the Love and, aka the Charm. The damage seems to be pretty good. Averse seems to be out of tools, and Averse is going to go down as Pie Master gets a kill on his friend. Unfortunate.
Yeah, it was almost looking pretty bad for Piemaster right there. They're kind of just both in melee range of each other. Oh, wait a second. Ghost Electricity, Bandit Bagel, both kind of meeting in Avenue, kind of both realizing they don't want to fight each other, but giving up on that. But yeah, like I was saying, both Averse and Piemaster kind of in melee range of each other, just exchanging blows. It looked like it could have gone any way. Oh, once again, our two Magnus brothers. Kind of
just doing Magnus things.
Master, yeah, but I mean, Bandit Bagel's going a bit low right now. Oh, Bandit Bagel going back in, just stunning Water Fudge against the wall right there. Bandit Bagel, of course, in the school area, pretty much any stun or any knockback from Magnus guarantees a stun, whether it's from Bat Skill or from his E. So, not the easiest to chase another Magnus like that. And, I mean, everyone, or most people in the lobby right now are kind of positioning around Wick. I mean, Nazimi, Ghost Electricity, even Sleeping Lion, Water Fudge, and Bandit Bagel. Of course, our two Magnus players pretty good at stealing Wick with the bike. One of the best executes in the game, instant giant damage AoE. So we'll see who that'll go to right now. Of course, just keep in mind that Wickeline is invisible on the spectator client right now, but we can see her green goo she puts down on the floor.
That's
true. That's one way to tell where she is.
Also, one thing I want to point out, Ghost Electricity at some point recently picked up a tree and was able to finish a Laurel Wreath, which is actually, I mean, I don't know a whole heck of a lot about Razi transitional pieces, but I mean, if he thinks it's a good piece, then this is probably a good transition piece for Razi. Those double shots are going to be applying to Enad. It should be a pretty good damage boost. But I gotta say, I'm a bit concerned as a Razi in a lobby with this many Magnuses. Magnuses are a pretty good opponent for Razi. They're pretty good at sort of, you know, third-partying and locking them down, and Razi can't really instantly reposition if they are put in a bad situation with some Magnuses nearby.
In Forest right now, Gobu actually, in Hospital right now, Water Fudge is getting poked down by Homecoming a little bit. Okay, right. Gobu actually pulled Wickeline using the bow skill from Forest, as like we saw yesterday, off of spawn, and then Wickeline aggroed and then jumped to him at Forest, and he was able to just get himself a fairly free Wick. I mean, Bandit Bagel is just forced to watch as he crafts his legendary items in front of his face. Oh, maybe not. Cancels on the crafts.
We got Magnuses on both sides. That's pretty concerning. If I'm Gobu, that's a lot of damage coming from that Q from Water Fudge. Gobu could explode if put in a bad situation with so many people ready to third party. Gobu poking in. That true damage doing quite a lot in this situation.
Yeah, thankfully for our Enad users in this lobby, the Magnus build is more well suited to just block like spell damage or just auto attack damage in general. That's not Enad, but Enad goes through all defense, and I mean, of course, the Ancient Bolt Hygiene depends much more on their auto attacks with the Enad, the high Enad on Ancient Bolt, so he actually still does a decent amount of damage to the Magnuses right there, so Water Fudge is forced to back off. Homecoming once again in Hospital, yeah, playing pretty aggressive onto Ghost Electricity, knows it's a really good match for him, forces him into Cemetery right now. Ghost Electricity losing a good chunk of his timer right there, forced to go into Factory. And if we look at the lobby, once again, there's a lot of people just kind of farming right now. There's not enough zones, as we've seen a lot. There's not enough zones right now to really force anybody to fight, so everyone's just taking it slow, farming. Nobody really wants to get third-partied unless they're going to be forced into the situation. And if we look at Homecoming stacks right now, he's at 169. Pretty decent right now, much better than what we saw yesterday. Like, I think there's sometimes we looked at him at like night 4 and he was around like this amount of stacks. Oh, in Hotel, a little bit of people meeting up, but everyone's just, yeah, just avoiding each other. Same thing in Chapel, people are just avoiding each other as well. Oh, Gobu actually hitting Nazimi right now with a combo. Nazimi turning back with the ulted free Electron Laser though, and gets feared by Gobu with the 5 Omens. And both of them just decide to disengage. Nazimi bringing Gobu so low. 1 or 2 more free Electron Lasers might have actually finished him off right there. But Gobu, really nice heads up play on the fear right there. Gets him during his ulted free Electron Laser, so he can't get the additional casts off.
Ooh, worth mentioning, it looks like Pi did manage to pick up his Laurel Wreath at some point. Did manage to finish his radar as well. He was sitting on that that vital sign sensor for so long, but he managed to get off of that. So, excuse me, so Piemaster is in pretty good shape going into this late game. Also, I gotta say, almost every single person in this lobby is kind of just hitting their mid to late game pieces. We have Laurel Wreaths, we have, you know, we have Bracelets of Scotty, we even saw some Smart Bombs on Gobu just a moment ago. Oh, Piemaster and Homecoming. Potentially gonna fight each other over here on the beach. Piemaster throwing out the charm. It doesn't quite connect on the Homecoming. The initial pressure seems to be in favor of Pi as he throws down the Peacemaker to try and find some space here, but Homecoming gets out of range, gets that bullseye from long distance, but it doesn't look like they're gonna be able to finish this fight after all, as they both will just back away from each other.
Yeah, Pymaster actually just letting Homecoming walk out of his ultimate right there, and then Homecoming just charged up a bullseye. Thankfully, it didn't kill him, but that's pretty heads-up play from Homecoming. That's pretty nice, but didn't get to convert the kill. Right now, if you actually take a look at Striker's inventory, he has 2 Powder of Lives. Pretty pretty interesting. I'm
How are
wondering
there so many trees in this lobby?
Yeah, actually, he's running into Ghost. Okay, uses the Rapier skill to go and brings him down very low. 3 stacks. Okay, procs to the reset on his W right now. Ghost is really low. He's about to knock him back. Yeah, there he goes, the knockback. And he plies the Semtex bomb onto him, but then just disengages. Doesn't want to keep up the engagement. And that was a really close fight right there. And now Gobu, yeah, approaching Pymaster right now with the Wickline buff, also still has a lot of smart bombs in his inventory as well, actually. So he's prepared for the late game. And in Chapel right now, it looks like there's also a little bit of a fight between Bandit Bagel and 200 MS, but we all know how hard it is to. Actually, in Beach as well.
Yeah, these people are starting
and
to.
Also in
my
Forest,
gosh.
yeah, Gobu and Ghost Electricity. Okay, Gobu goes in with the teleport, but just out of range. Now starts auto attacking him. Doesn't hit the slow, but Striker now hearing the noise. Okay, Rapier skills in. Here we go. Procs his reset. And now Gobu goes in and gets the kill onto him with the 5 Omen ultimate. Nice kill from Gobu right there, securing 3 kills for himself. In Chapel, once again, our 2 Magnus brothers are just trading damage. One more again. Oh, here we go. Nazimi right next to Bandit Bagel throws the laser down on him. Doesn't decide to all in.
They're kind of just handshaking and walking away. It's like neither of these players really want to hard commit to something. Nazimi gonna try and TP out here. Bandit Bagel.
In Force right now, actually, Pymaster fighting with Striker. Striker goes in with the Rapier skill, gets charmed though, and now Pymaster dashes out and uses the Peacemaker, and Striker so low now. Let's see if he can do it. Okay, Striker auto reset. Oh, not quite enough, and Pymaster gets the kill. But Waterfudge heard the noise, and he's coming with a vengeance so fast. Doesn't quite get the wall stun right there, and decides to back off after that missed wall stun. Uses the broken bullet for a bit of peel right there. Sleeping Lion also hearing the noise right now, walking over from Chapel. And I mean, Waterfudge isn't in a great spot right now if Sleeping Lion cuts him off, but it decides not to right now. And once again, kind of have all of our contestants spread out right now. We have a couple kill leaders, of course, Gobu, Pymaster, and Homecoming. Look to one of them to maybe take the lobby right now, but could also be one of the other people in the lobby. We know how chaotic the final zones can get with this many people.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like this really could go to anyone at this point. I don't feel like we do have any true leaders, because here's the thing. We have 2 Magnuses. These Magnuses right here mess up the math on anyone's predictions of anything. If any character feels like they are way ahead, especially if it's any of these squishy characters that are currently getting all the kills, all it takes is one Magnus to show up out of nowhere to completely balance out that fight in sort of an unfair way, you know? Like, all it takes is one person to come by and mess with the math of everything, and suddenly you're not actually that far ahead. So I really can't give the lead to anyone, but honestly, Gobu, Pymaster, and Homecoming are looking really good at the moment, just on raw skill and raw like ability to earn kills early in the game. They've been looking really good this game.
I just want to point out real quick, Pymaster actually got the legendary box at the top left of Forest and then hid the items at the top left of Forest, just on the floor. Joel, that was all going on. It was a Powder of Life. Oh, actually, in Factory now, if you look, 200 MS is actually stuck in the red. He got zoned off by Lily Petal, but then the zone turned red and Lily Petal. Oh yeah, Nazimi just with a double kill on the floor. Okay, goes into Lily Petal right there, but Lily Petal dashes away at the teleport. Nazimi almost catching him on that double guillotine right there. It was a bit different. Oh, 200 M is actually losing so much of his health to the rest of Nazimi's full free electron laser in Chapel right there.
Hold on. We have a lot going on in Forest as well. It looks like Sleeping Lion walked right into Waterfudge, and it looked like there was a fight that was about to break out, but it didn't turn into anything. Now Bandit Bagel is chasing down 200 MS in Chapel. Oh my god, beautiful damage traded back by 200 MS. But now it looks like 200 MS still is in a lot of danger. That ultimate is down.
Oh
no! No! Tries to jump over the wall, but can't quite do it. Nazimi on the chase. Bandit Bagel dropping down to just 150 HP. The Queen of Hearts is there, though. That's a nice extra tool to try and be able to stun and kite away as often as possible. Bandit Bagel's looking pretty good to get away, but that extra movement speed with the Magnetic Cyclone means that Nazimi is going to secure this kill, but Sleeping Lion doesn't want to let this be a free re-entry into the zone, and will try his best to zone this out.
Yeah, right there, Sleeping Lion was actually ready to actually collect the kill, but didn't quite have the vision on Bandit Bagel right there, so decided against it, going into the red, of course. Lily Petal in Chapel right now, throwing a little poke down at Nazimi. Little damage traded from the turret. Of course, that turret hurts so much that most of the time it's almost always the Barber that wins if he gets the turret on top of you, of course. And now if you actually look, it's converting. Sorry, the zone's closing onto Forest, and Sleeping Lion is kind of playing gatekeeper right now from Chapel, as well as Gobu. So, Gobu actually completing the fail knot as well. If you look at his build right there.
Yeah,
so he's
right.
feeling really good about himself.
Also, Waterfudge in a tough situation, stuck between Homecoming and Piemaster. He got chunked out pretty hard coming into the zone, but now, Piemaster not quite taking the opportunity to go in on him right there. And now it looks like it's Homecoming versus Piemaster, but neither of these players wants to hard commit yet.
Yeah, I just want to point out, Homecoming 19 mastery right now,
Sleeping Lion?
308 stat. Oh, sorry.
Sleeping Lion's deep in the red right now. He tried to TP in from Chapel and just got a pretty unfortunate spawn. Now Gobu versus Lily Petal on the bottom side. All of these fights are like just moments from breaking out. No one really wants to hard commit, knowing that there are several people left in the final zone ready to third party.
Yeah, and it looks like Sleeping Lion has kind of taken control of the bottom forest zone for himself, with the two, or actually Nazimi and Homecoming taking control of the top one. Piemaster has actually been forced kind of almost into the red. He's gonna have a real tough time getting back into the top circle. Now Gobu, Lily Petal going on Sleeping Lion right now, as well as Waterfudge. Sleeping Lion getting poked down real hard right now, just getting auto attacked down by the Jebi's Hyjin. Waterfudge waiting to collect the kill. Lily Petal just clearing the traps for him right now. Gobu is starting to put down the smart bombs. Sleeping Lion just losing so much HP. Oh, there we go. Lily Petal actually gets the kill. Waterfudge doesn't get the XQ out the bike, but knocks Lily Petal into the wall. Gets the combo, but Gobu's the one who gets it with the 5 omens with the teleport. And now he's auto-attacking Waterfudge down. Waterfudge going solo, eating 2 omens, getting slowed down. Gobu accidentally auto-attacking the ward right there. And now Waterfudge still in the red. Gobu might have gone the wrong way. Yeah, Waterfudge just juking him out right there, but where is he gonna go? There's 2 smart bombs right ahead of him up top right there, and he's walking straight into them. Yeah, there we go. He's finished off. Looking at the other circle right now, Nazimi got pushed out by Piemaster right there, and Homecoming actually fell. Nazimi going down super low, just dying to the auto attacks right now. Peacemaker gets used with that smart bomb. Great combo right there. Reset his HP back to full. Nazimi doesn't hit the bat skill and dies right there. Actually to the explosion, not to the final kill. But Gobu, not letting up the pressure, knows there's no more Peacemaker left most likely. Picks up the items off of Nazimi's body. Now it's a 1v1 between Gobu and Piemaster. Gobu, neither of them have ults right now, but 5 omens. Oh, actually Peacemaker looks like it might be come up before the 5 omens now. Auto attacks are starting to come through. Piemaster dashing in, dashing side to side. It's going down really low. Charm does not connect. And Gobu gets the final kill. 6 kill first place for our ancient bolt Hyjin. The spirit of Bong Inhaler lives on.
Is that my boy Gobu, or is that my boy Gobu? Congratulations on that first place win. 6 kills, first place. That was an amazing performance there. That was absolutely insane. And that's like not a build you expect to see a whole lot, like at all. Who is playing Ancient Bolt / Fail Not Hedgen at the moment? Have you ever seen that like in recent memory?
Not actually. I think I've seen Ghost Electricity run Ancient Bolt like sometimes. I think when Elemental Bow was like really contested or something, or swapped to Elemental Bow with it. But I've never seen someone all in on Ancient Bolt Hyjin really like this.
Yeah.
Like he went straight for like the butler suit, built like a mohawk headgear, just went full attack speed after that, and then just transitioned from the Ancient Bolt to the Fail Knot right there. Really interesting decision.
God, Gobu is an absolute monster. Well, that's going to conclude game number 1. 6 kills, first place for Gobu. We do have our scores ready for you from the first round, so let's go over to those and check out where our players are currently standing. In first place, hold on, I said that, I didn't actually look at the scores yet. In first place, we have Gobu with 40 points. In second place, we have Piemaster 7, our Heart Master with 24 points. In third, we have Nazimi playing their 4th character of the tournament in 4 games with 22 points. And in 4th, we have Homecoming with 20 points, and then it drops pretty significantly down in points from there. Actually, all the points concentrated in that top 4, because right after that, we have 5th with Lily Petal with 9 points, and 6th is Waterfudge with 8. Following up Waterfudge, we have Wraith Kira with 5 points, Sleeping Lion and Bandit Bagel both tied with those 5 points. And that's going to be the conclusion of game number 1. First of all, I just kind of want to point something out. Yeah, again, Nazimi playing the 4th character that... Wait, okay. Nazimi's played 11, William, Emma, and now Barbara. We've had 4 games total and 4 different characters every game, and they have not dropped below the top 3 every single game. This player is so versatile. I can't get over it. Yeah,
just really impressive right there. I mean, the fact that he managed to win out that top final circle over Homecoming and Piemaster. I mean, that's not an easy circle to survive with, because even if you take out one of the ENAD characters, the other one's left alive. But it was just really smart positioning right there, taking control of the bush, knowing that neither really Piemaster nor Homecoming wanted to just go and face check that bush or even use cameras that would just get taken out right there. So I really gotta applaud that play. A bit of fortunate from Homecoming right there, wasn't able to convert any more kills in that final zone. I'm not too sure what happened because I was paying so much attention to the bottom zone, but just really, really unfortunate for him. But he still comes out on top of the lobby because of his early kills. And we can see that most of the most important players, I would say, out of that game in terms of points were the first to fourth place.
Absolutely, yeah.
Anyone from fifth to downwards, they can be overtaken quite easily. So, but because it's a best of 5, I mean, you have a lot of time to work with to try to overtake them.
That's actually the most important thing you just mentioned. The fact that there are 5 games in this finals means that doesn't matter if you had a bad game right now. We had people who were able to go from like 2 points last place into qualifying in a 3-game series. Now imagine what you can do with a 5-game series. There's plenty of time. Do not worry if you didn't have a great game, because there's plenty more time. Even if your favorite player is down there in 18th place, you still have plenty of chances to get back up to the top. However, I am definitely seeing those top 4 players and going, yeah, I'm not surprised to see them up there. All 4 of them are both mechanically insane, very character diverse, except for maybe Piemaster. Piemaster really only plays a lot of hard at the moment, but like I know Homecoming can play many characters at a high level, Gobu can play many characters at a high level, and God, Nazimi only seems to play many characters at a high level. So the anti-OTP rule is going to be benefiting a lot of these players, and they're already off to such a strong start, so I'm excited to see what they're going to do for the rest of this this lobby. Is there anyone who didn't quite hit the mark points-wise, but still played well, that you'd like to see a little bit more of in the coming games? Because I feel like a lot of people ended up, you know, making it to that final zone, doing really well, but didn't quite make it to like making points.
Sleeping Lion kind of got robbed in that final circle. He was just getting pelted by arrows in the middle, and he's like, oh man, I feel so good with myself. I got to the final circle early, started setting down, you know, my snare traps as Bernice, and these bully Hyjin players just walk by, just start pelting him with arrows, and he just can't do anything.
I mean, that's kind of the Bernice factor, right? Like, you just sort of get in these situations where it's like, well, I can't like dash. Like I can't, I'm sort of stuck here. I gotta hard commit or I gotta die. There's not really much I can do. You just sort of get poked out and killed. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, so I want to just point out right now we have 3 Jackies coming out now. We now know Wraith Cure, the dagger build, is for the Axe Jackie build. I'd expect to see him come out a lot stronger in this game. He did die like pretty early that game, even after killing Rin. If he was able to actually just kill Rin and then just continue surviving for the rest of the game, he might have actually just completely snowballed that game, because Axe Jackie being actually one of the best, or if not the best, Jackie build right now for just straight out dueling. And of course, Jackie very survivable, and here we go. Into
I'm
game
so
3.
happy. I'm so excited to see Nazimi's William again. Nazimi played William yesterday and won. And guys, I'm not even being biased. This player just, again, dominated their group. It was so entertaining to watch. But Nazimi's William was so strong and consistent, and I can't wait to see what they do. We've got Averse playing Hedgen. I really want to see some good Hedgen play out of Averse. And again, Piemaster sticking with what he's got, sticking with that thing that he knows works for him. Homecoming 2. These players are all bringing out their best character right here at the beginning. But speaking of people who are sort of starting on their alternate pick, we've got Gobu still on Hedgen. He's a real main. He's not switching to his main yet.
I think Gobu might have actually disconnected right here.
Oh yeah, I just kind of noticed he's not moving. We do have a crash. We might be restarting this lobby. Let me double check with our TOs and figure out what's going on here. 1 second, guys.
Alright, well, while that's going on, I just want to point out that also Rin now on his main, Sylvia, and also Ghost Electricity actually made a really either smart or lucky call here. He picked his secondary 2 games in a row because he knew that Hyjin was going to be really hotly contested in these lobbies. And now in the final 3 games, I mean, Averse has played Hyjin twice now, Go's going to be played Hyjin twice. Averse and Gobu are gonna have played Hyjin twice. So in his 4th and 5th games, he's most likely gonna have an uncontested Hyjin.
Yeah. So actually, we're back to the caster desk. Hi guys, how you doing? We had a little crash there. It looks like Gobu ended up crashing, and since that is going to significantly affect the rest of the game, we're gonna do a quick restart. It's all in the rules, no biggie. We're gonna handle this. If it happens again, then sort of SOL at that point. But you know, we gotta be fair to our competitors. So welcome back. Good to see you again. Yeah, I think that we do have the potential to see maybe some of these players who are sticking to their mains in these first few games kind of lose their steam in the later games as they are forced to switch over to their secondaries. But even players like Homecoming is a beast on Yuki. He was known for his Yuki for so long. I don't know if he's going to play Yuki necessarily, but like it's not like he doesn't have diversity in his picks. I'm pretty sure Pymaster's going to bring out Magnus, but I'm not 100% sure. I think a lot of people might bring out Magnus, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah.
Yeah, Magnus is the new hotness. I think he's just replacing the Bleeder Jackie of old as the tanky, survivable character that you can kind of play no matter what skill level you're at. I also wanted to point out Gali X was actually playing AR Aya, Agni AR Aya as a secondary that game. So he's busting out a secondary early. And that's about all I remember, actually. I don't remember seeing anything else that weird, but I'll have to see once we get back into the game.
Yeah, well, and here's the thing too, Gali. What did Gali play game 1? Hang on, let me double check.
Gali X was on ISOL. I'm pretty certain.
I was gonna, if I had to guess, I would have guessed that, but I didn't want to just assume. If you have to play more than one character in a tournament. Okay, I should probably clarify this in case anyone at home doesn't know what the anti-OTP rule is. The anti-one-trick pony rule is a rule that we've established for this tournament where essentially you can only play a single character just over half the number of games in the tournament. So in a 5-game series like this finals, you could only play a single character up to 3 times. Now you don't have to play the same character every game. You could be like Nazemi and play something different every game, but the rule basically states that you can only play a character so many times, so we don't just have everyone playing one character the entire tournament, right? Now, the point I was about to get to is the fact that Gali is known for playing AR ISOL, but if you have another character in the roster who is so similar like AR Aya, does it even really feel like you're playing the anti-OTP rule? You're just playing the same character. They're just slightly different. One's a little bit cuter than the other.
To be fair, I feel like the playstyles are quite different, even though they build quite different items, with AR ISOL being a lot more bursty. I do want to mention, I think it actually is pretty smart. When there's a lot of ISOL, AR ISOL can struggle sometimes by just getting like full bursted before you either get to the get to the final circle. Just like in the mid game, if the Hyjin players find you, you're basically just dead if you don't have like traps set up beforehand, or if you're not able to camouflage correctly during the 5 omens. So it's actually pretty smart to play AR Aya in these early lobbies while like the Hyjins are still here, and then maybe in the final couple lobbies switching back to ISOL when to dodge like your bad matchups.
So kind of interesting here, kind of interesting thing here to sort of point out is that we do have Terrorin on Hyunwoo. This is our Bernice player from yesterday, but he started out with Lennox today. I'm surprised we haven't seen him bring out the Bernice at all today, because that was really the character he found the most success with. And if I'm just gonna put it out there, it was the reason why he was able to succeed in the first place. Hold on, we may have another restart coming up here. Guys, please follow the rules. Please stop crashing your PCs. It looks like somebody switched characters going between rounds, so we're going to have to probably restart again. I'm going to confer with my TOs to see if that's the case. But guys, please, I am begging you, follow the rules. Do not break the rules or we're going to have to issue some penalties. I know it's a for fun beach tournament, but guys, please follow the rules. Another restart. Yeah. Let's get it going.
Yeah, I saw the Sacella in the lobby and I was like, I don't know if I'm crazy, but I don't know if I saw that before. Last thing I wanted to point out about that lobby was that Striker switched back to Shoichi, so expect to see great things out of him for this game.
Okay. Okay, so we're back. What's up, dudes? How's it going? So I actually had a lot of fun with that little trivia thing we did yesterday. Did you expect to get Windrunner out of curiosity?
I didn't. I actually thought I guessed wrong when I guessed Windrunner, and I looked at the name. Like I don't like. I literally don't even remember looking at the name of that item before.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, since we do have another couple seconds, I'm gonna do a very quick trivia. Very quick trivia. All right. Rapid fire. What is the name of the new Smolder glove?
I actually don't know this one.
Okay, you can get it kind of right, and I'll give you credit.
I actually have no idea. Like Hand of the Dragon, maybe? I have no idea.
That's so close. It's Mark of the Phoenix. It's Mark of the Phoenix. You're pretty close. You're pretty close. Okay, what else do we have here? There was a weapon that was a hammer that got switched over to being a bat. What is that weapon?
Magic stick. Yeah.
Ding 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 ding. Congratulations. Good answer. Good answer. Okay, what else we got? What else we got? Now this is gonna be like some really old stuff. There used to be an item that used to be craftable, but then it was moved to just being an airdrop item, and then it was moved back to being craftable. What item is that?
Moved back to being craftable. Oh god, I was about to say holy water, but I actually don't know. Moved to airdrop, now it's craftable.
You sure you're not gonna go with holy water, huh?
Wait, holy water is craftable? No way, right?
Isn't that the mithril water? Isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is called holy water.
Oh my god, Gutter.
I forgot because it's not the same icon, but yeah.
No, it's not the same icon. It is. Okay, you got it, kinda. We'll give you credit for that one. Okay, hang on, we're gonna get this lobby going. Guys, please follow the rules. I'm begging you. Please. Please. We don't want to have to do restart number 4 for this. This is round number 2. Here we go.
Alright, first. Charm.
Oh,
okay,
man.
I think we got everyone on their correct champions. Waterfudge on Pistol Aya, I think.
Yeah, he was supposed to be on
right now, right?
Yeah, he's supposed to be on
go. Nice. So, Sleeping Lion on his Bernice one more time. I think after this, Sleeping Lion will be actually on Sylvia 3 games in a row, right?
That's what I'm expecting, yeah. Sleeping Lion is, aka Kibo, is known for his Sylvia play. He is a very good Sylvia player. He dominated his group yesterday with Sylvia, so I would be shocked to see him not switch over to Sylvia. He might want to just get the Bernice games out of the way. Just lose that momentum nice and early so that you can, pivot into something that's a little bit less contested later on. But maybe the kind of fault with his plan was the fact that maybe he was trying to dodge Imrin, who would also be running Sylvia for pretty much all of these games. But in game number 1, was Imrin on Sylvia? I don't think he was.
No, Imrin was actually on the Nunchaku Dailin.
Exactly.
Dying to the, Wraith Cure early in hospital. I think both of them might have kind of wanted to dodge each other because I think the Sylvia route is like a 6-zoner right now.
Is it actually a 6-zoner?
Yeah, I think it's a 6-zoner. Like, it runs like basically like Devil's Marksman and then the full CDR gear. So it's pretty long. Yeah, no longer are people going like the Elegance or like the Magnum Boa, I don't think anymore. They're just like, starting Factory and then going Devil's Marksman, I think.
So as per usual, we have quite a lot of people over in Hospital Spawn. We have a couple people over in Factory Spawn, and I think it was about 3-ish players in Archery Spawn. One of the weirder things, though, is that we do have actually quite a few people over in Cemetery. I don't think they quite spawned here, but this is like a common place to come in the second zone. As after all, like you mentioned this yesterday, feathers are one of the most contested resources in the game at the moment, so you're going to see a lot of people over here. I'm expecting a lot of people to come to Dock 3rd. I feel like there's a lot of builds right now that do Dock 3rd.
Yeah, you see, Lilypetal is actually playing this exact same build. He or she? Do you know if she's playing in the previous game, which is the Jebby's full crit build? Once again on Nadine. Again, it's pretty unusual on both of these characters to play Jebby's. I mean, Jebby's Hygiene was meta for like a couple patches, I think, or maybe a patch when it was really, really strong. But I don't think most people are used to seeing Jebby's Nadine. I mean, sorry.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't seen pretty much any of that. It's mostly just Twin Bow or Ancient Bolt. But I mean, hey, Lilypetal is a frequent Nadine player. We've seen Lilypetal play Nadine constantly in team modes as a duos player primarily. It's exciting seeing Lilypetal here even in the first place, being able to qualify as a duos player. This is not someone you see a whole lot in solos, but they've been practicing a lot of solos lately. Also, I want to point out Striker switching over to Shoichi and jumping on over to 200 MS. That early pressure, Shoichi is quite strong in the early game, and we're seeing exactly why. That chase potential, it's so hard to get away from a Shoichi. Consistent damage gets the Q, which means we're going to get a Q2 pretty soon. There's the bad faith. The dagger connects. Oh! Striker, or sorry, 200 MS, just barely getting over the wall there with that third reactivation. Nicely done there. Striker just barely missing out on first blood.
Yeah, Striker opting to try to burst down 200 MS early instead of holding the Q2 for jumping over the wall. But just barely isn't able to kill him right there. And actually, if you notice, he actually didn't have any SP food in his inventory either, so it was actually a pretty hard all-in. Like, if he were to all-in someone right now, he probably would run out of mana after using his ultimate, like the Ruthless, to dagger jump. And actually, if you saw in a hospital while that was all going on, I think Wraithkir actually got pushed off a little bit off of his loot from Homecoming.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he's not completely done his build yet, but that's not too big of a deal as long as he, you know, finds it now, of course. But Lilypetal catching him kind of in dock. Yeah, Wraithkir getting jumped on by Lilypetal right there. Wolf Assault goes through, Monkey Wire goes through, and then Wraithkir just getting brought down so low. Last Wolf just bites him, and then the final arrow seals his fate. And while that was all going on, Striker as well dying to Waterfudge on beach right there.
It's been a rough day for Wraithkir so far. He's died to both of the Nadine players game after game. Got pushed off by a Nadine over here in hospital into dock where they died to a Nadine. Like, this is like, he's gonna be waking up and seeing Nadine in his dreams. It's a nightmare. There's wolves everywhere. I can't take it. So yeah, that's been a rough day so far. Hopefully if he switches characters to something else, maybe we see the 11, maybe we see the Alex, it can be a slightly better route for him, because currently it's just not working out.
Yeah, I also want to point out Galligax is actually not on Agni AR Aya. He's actually on the XCR Aya. Yeah, this is a really old build. You don't really see it like ever anymore on Aya, at least. And yeah, just curious decision. Much more survivable, but a lot less damage right there.
I like seeing stuff like this because it's tournaments like this where people bring out their like really good pocket builds, and then suddenly things will become meta based on what you see in tournaments like this. So I'm excited to see if this does end up popping off, and if you do see success on it, then hey, maybe that's something you will suddenly start seeing pop up on the ladder a little bit.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's something I like to do myself, just scouring the Korean tournament and just stealing all the builds for myself. And in hotel right now, actually, yeah, 200 hours just getting poked out by Waterfudge a little bit. But Waterfudge on the Straitjacket's move speed, not quite as fast as chasing as if he had Glacials, which is what most people are used to. Oh,
Nazimi's in trouble, actually. Yeah, in Cemetery. Looks like Ghost Electricity is putting a ton of pressure onto Nazimi. Nazimi already used the ultimate, gets a couple dashes across, putting a lot of pressure onto Ghost Electricity. The damage is kind of in his favor right now. Looks like Nazimi is getting the... Wait. The dash back? Ghost Electricity waiting behind the wall, trying to get something sneaky with the extra vision there, but I don't think it's going to pay off, and Nazimi is very clearly going to win this fight. We also have a Nadine battle over here in Chapel.
Yeah, Lilypetal getting brought down really low from Homecoming right there. Homecoming much tankier than her. Averse on the side here hits the Omen. Here we go. 5 almost comes out instantly. Takes out Lilypetal right there. And Homecoming just says, yeah, I'm just going to keep farming my mobs now, building my stacks. And Ali right now, Bandit Bagel and Waterfudge actually meeting inside of a bush, just poking each other down a little bit.
Oh, Ghost Electricity and Averse
actually, yeah. Catching Ghost Electricity out right now. 2 stacks on him right now, passive, but Averse not quite landing with that Q. So it doesn't proc the fear, and now just going back to looting. And if you actually look at Nazimi's inventory, he's actually pretty down bad right now. Doesn't have a lot of his build done.
Oh my god, yeah, Nazimi is a little bit poverty. That's a rough position to be in. I mean, this is what we've said a lot about William. William is not a weak character. William has good damage, but William has, well, a rough time getting all of his items online. He doesn't have good mobility. He doesn't have, you know, great looting speeds in general, because again, he can't really jump over walls. He can't really do much at all, and Waterfudge knows that Nazimi's trying to TP out here and is not going to let him get that chance.
Yeah, because of the new TP changes, Waterfudge could root him with his ult to cancel the TP. Okay, Tarun coming in right now, wall stuns Waterfudge, gets off the ultimate, but that's the brunt of Glove Hyunwoo's damage, or Tank Woo's damage, so not quite able to really finish him off right here, but might be able to just harass him a little bit. Here we go. A little bit of attacking going out. Lots of steady shot hitting right there. And now Ghost Electricity coming through the side, choosing to chase Water Fudge right now. Water Fudge, no pistol skill, but Ghost Electricity does not hit the ultimate right there. Using the pistol skill for himself and the flare to get closer. Water Fudge forced into the red right here. Ghost Electricity chases through, tanks part of the steady shot, and decides it's not intelligent to keep chasing.
Yeah, one of the things you really cannot do against an Aya is chase in a narrow corridor, so looks like that's just going to be a quick little disengage and moving on with our lives. The missed Semtex Bomb Mark II marks the start of this fight. Terran trying to bully out Ghost Electricity while he's trying to get those stones off the ground. Kind of an odd objective to be fighting over.
Yeah, Galilei X fighting with Homecoming in Uptown right now. Homecoming using the Wolf Assault early, scroll Monkey Wires in, but not quite in range to keep auto-attacking him. Galilei X just getting out, yeah. Galilei X actually doesn't have a radar, he has a Sword Stopper as well.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
This is a really, really tanky air Aya. He does not do very much damage with that build.
Nazimi.
Really
oh, Nazimi. Oh, wait, Imran? Imran is playing this incredibly cautiously, despite the fact that I don't see how Imran really loses this fight. But oh my gosh, Nazimi is looking so clean right now. Even with half a build, it doesn't matter. Imran might go down here, but no, Tezca on the side is going to seal the fate for Nazimi as Imran is saved by a Guardian Angel. My lord, that was such a close fight, and I honestly was shocked that Nazimi was even having a chance of winning that in the first place.
Yeah, really, really close right there. Tezca, oh, actually, there's a little bit of a scuffle in Pond right there. But yeah, I would just want to point out Bandit Bagel is, if you're wondering what Wraith Cure is going for, it's very likely something very similar to this. Radar, Debak, Axe, just attack speed. And he's hit like the final stages of the build. And normally this build, once it hits late game, has really good dueling potential. So just look out for him in these final games. And as I say that, maybe he'll just die to a random third party. And you'll
reverse catching Ghost Electricity over in the top right side of Hospital. Beautiful combo, 1, 2, 3, shabam, and that's going to be Ghost Electricity taken out of this match by our very own spell-based Hedgen player. I have to specify because we have like this thing also in the game.
this abomination. Okay, Homecoming. Trying to poke down Ghost a little bit there. Gets rooted during his monkey wire right there, so isn't able to chase. Maybe Homecoming doesn't have his completed boots right now. Probably couldn't find a feather at some point.
I mean, it kind of matches Gobu not having a finished radar either. But all these players seem to be struggling to get their items online. Brandflake's in a little bit of trouble as Water Fudge getting the... Nope. He's Alex. He's good. He can get away.
Oh, here we go. Sleeping Lion and Avenue chasing down Tarun right here. Quite a good matchup for him. I mean, Tarun can't do that much damage to him. Oh, Ebola comes out. Snare comes out. Okay, Tarun tries to ult back, but there we go. Sleeping Lion picking up his first kill of the match. Taking down the tank, Hyunwoo. Not quite able to get away from him right there. And Water Fudge and Sleeping Lion, it looks like are going to be the 2 plus a verse probably. Going to be the 3 people contesting the Wickeline spot. Sleeping Lion, much like Adriana, if Bernice is able to get the Wickeline buff, he can actually snowball the entire game off of both those rare items and the Wickeline buff, because I mean, if he builds something like an Upper Mask, he can chase down pretty much anyone in the game with the bonus move speed.
Oh, absolutely. And the lifesteal is huge. It's probably the most important stat on this character. Since you have no mobility, you have to rely on that just drain tanking ability. And, well, if you can get there, it's a powerful position to be in. Also worth mentioning, people are struggling to find feathers. Ignore the fact that his boots are missing, but I saw Terran, chain coif, hairband, rubber. What's missing from this equation? It's clearly a feather. You mentioned earlier Homecoming couldn't find a feather for his shoes, still hasn't. What's going on here? Why are we missing so many feathers? I mean, yeah, sure, it's a contested resource, but that's a lot of feathers missing.
Just want to point out, Verse has actually been doing Wickeline for about 30 seconds, 40 seconds straight just for free on his own, which is not usual for Hyjins. Especially when there's so many people in Avenue, and yeah, he just gets it for free in Pond. And that is a huge boon for him. I mean, just having Wickeline buff on its own on a bow character, the bow auto attacks are so good, so long range. So just applying like poke, getting the wick buff on Hyjin basically just gives her a bunch of damage, a bunch of sustained damage on top of the burst.
Time to hide.
All right.
Yep.
We kind of interesting over here too in Hospital. We have 3 players, Gali, Homecoming, and Gobu. might be posturing for a fight, but, you know, I don't think either of these players really want a hard commit. We also have both of our Jackies in school over with 200 MS gonna be seeing each other, and Waterfudge isn't too far away either. This could break out into a fight at any moment. As we know, Waterfudge playing Aya wants to just run at people, as Ayas often do, but maybe he wants to play it a little bit more patiently this time, but Tezca is about to walk right into him.
Yeah, I mean, seems like everyone's kind of dodging matchups right now. I just want to point out Piemaster, okay, going in on Waterfudge a little bit. No, just gets pulled out by the steady shot. Piemaster and both the AR Aya, sorry, Gali X got the both got their lower race this game, so pretty nice for both of them. Averse and Pond right now, chasing down 200 MS, hits the snare right there, uses the 5 omens, fears, 1 omen hits, 2 omens hits. Okay, striking tire is used to get out right there. Bow skill, let's see if it connects. Almost, but doesn't quite hit. Averse though, using the move speed on the new Sanguine Gun by, catching, going so quick right now.
God.
MS. Oh no, can he even get out? No, he can't get out. Averse so fast with that new item.
God,
and
that
there
item
we go.
is
That's what we were talking about. The
insane.
new Wick items. I mean, just able to secure such great kills on both the Glacial Shoes and the Sanguine Gun by. It's going faster than a Magnus bike almost. Okay, maybe not that.
Maybe not that fast, but it's pretty fast. And look, I'm just gonna put it out there. And I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I'm the only one who thinks this item is strong, but I think Sanguine Gun by is absolutely insane. I think it's the most slept on item currently in the game. I think it's pretty much one of the best accessories, maybe best in slot for almost every character. That item is so unbelievably loaded. You can put it on like every character and it's good. Like seriously, you can put it on everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but you know what else you can put on everyone? No, just kidding. Red shoes are pretty good though, but not everyone can use them.
Red shoes, I mean, red shoes are pretty good, but like, man, Sanguine Gun by is so good. It feels so much better than it looks. Like when I look at it, I'm like, there's other items that kind of fulfill those roles, and then you see it in action, it's just like, this thing is insane. Like, this person is so fast and is just doing so much damage.
Just compare like Piemaster and Averse right now. Okay, Averse going in right there. Okay, Piemaster canceling the ultimate right on the teleport right there. Very well done by Piemaster, but Averse is not letting up quite yet with the extra move speed. Charm goes out, but easily dodged by Averse with the extra move speed. And there we go. Engagement over from Piemaster. Well played. Just escaping just with that Peacemaker. If that 5 omens had landed, he was almost certainly dead right there.
Ooh, Brandflakes and Waterfudge getting kind of close. Now with Piemaster in the fray too, things could get a little bit spicy here as Waterfudge applies the initial pressure. Brandflakes using that dash away, getting that distance and that stealth too. Though also, you have to keep in mind, there is a lot of people starting to converge over in Forest too. Homecoming. Marking his territory, owning the zone over here in Hospital. No one is allowed to farm his farm, but Brandflakes has found himself in a sticky situation. Wait, he's Alex, never mind. Oh, Fudge.
Okay, Brandflakes uses the pistol skill just to run out right there and is continuing his harassment of Waterfudge. We saw this yesterday. He's just picking a target and then just spamming a couple of lasers on them, but Waterfudge, maybe he has had enough. No, not quite. Pistol still goes through, EMP barrage goes through from there. Looks like while that was all going on, Averse managed to snipe out Bandit Bagel during that fight, during a fight in Avenue. Brandflakes actually being pretty close to Averse right now. Averse should hear the noise.
There's a TP. Iron Range's TP's right on top of Averse, but Averse doesn't seem to see it in time, or maybe he just wants to avoid the conflict knowing that his 5 omens are down. I gotta say, I appreciate Brandflakes' tenacity to know that this is a tough fight for him, and he is just continuously poking in, continuously being a thorn in Waterfudge's side. That is gotta be, I gotta say, gotta be kind of annoying to deal with.
Pretty vein popping performance.
It's like, this guy is still throwing things at me. Cut it out.
Alright, once again, Averse picking his next target onto Brandflakes and Avenue right now. Yeah, getting really close, slows him. Teleports in right now, slows him again. 3 fear stacks, doesn't quite hit the snare though. Bow skill goes out, let's see if it lands. No, not quite. Averse teleporting in, 5 moments gets used. Fear gets used, and there we go. That spells Brandflakes' doom. No more harassing for him today. Tezca, though, hearing the noise, doing what Tezca knows best, and third partying, but gets a bit more than he bargained for. Goes invisible with the dagger spell, but that was during while he was feared, and now bow skill goes out, doesn't quite hit again. Averse teleporting one more time, though, doesn't quite hit the slow, and now Tezca might be out. Let's see, the Sanguine Gun by and the Glacial Shoes move speed should turn on soon. And let's see if Tezca can get out. I mean, Tezca actually having a sanguine gun by of his own.
Oh my god!
So close to him.
I was like, how is he getting away?
Yeah, Tezca getting solo of, I mean, Piemaster right here as well now, though. Let's see who gets the kill. Averse looks like he might actually be able to get it with his next teleport. Let's see it. Oh, teleports the other direction. Tezca jukes him, and the Piemaster is just completely apathetic, just gave up on the chase. And Tezca actually managing to escape by his skin of his teeth, but for how long? Versus on the hunt. Uses the bow skill on the big bush, but Tezca managing to hide in the small bush to the right. And in pond right now, actually, Gobu and Rin fighting. Okay, Rin goes in with the front flip, brings him down so low. Gobu doesn't get the fear off with his 5 omens, dodges the tire, but Rin goes back in and now finishes Gobu off right there.
Our champion from the last match will end up falling. It looked like a bit of a botched combo there, not quite finding all 3 of those fear stacks in order to get Rin off of him in that situation, but also Rin is now forced to tank a little bit of timer to get back into the zone. This fight between Gali and Sleeping Lion, we've watched so much go on between Pond Alley and Avenue in the last 5 minutes or so. It has been the Sleeping Lion Gali in Forest duo show this entire time. These 2 players have been poking at each other and yet not dealing that much damage this entire time. But finally, the fight is coming to its climax. And Sleeping Lion shoots in the wrong direction, and Gali will clean up the kill. That's an unfortunate misclick right there by Kibo, and that is going to be Gali picking up a kill. Not bad homecoming in a fight against Averse. Averse dropping down to just 200 HP. Here comes the long-range snipe. Will it connect? No, it sure does not, and Averse gets away. That Sanguine Gunby and the Queen of Hearts, double blood items here, giving him quite a bit of an advantage in these late-game fights. Big fight.
Right now, Tezca's actually in a really sticky situation. Okay, use the dagger skill to kite out one more time. Tezca keeps finding himself in these bad situations, but somehow keeps getting himself out. But now, might spell doom for him. Jumps over the wall into School. Is tanking a bit of his timer. Probably going to run into Ali right there.
Oh, Piemaster's so good with it. He knows. Oh, Tezca's even better with it and knows exactly where. Oh, oh, okay, no, Tezca is just a little bit too smart about it, but during all that homecoming, did actually get the best of him, or sorry, Averse got the best of homecoming in that situation.
Yeah, it seems like Averse is almost unstoppable right now with these items. He just has so much move speed on top of the just sheer distance he gains off the teleport. Not even teleporting over walls, he just almost impossible to catch. I mean, he's clearly the fastest person in the lobby right now. Once he's out of combat, like if you just look at his move speed stats, he gets somewhere around like 4.69 out of combat move speed. I mean, the only one that's really close is Tezca on the 4.5 move speed with his Sanguine Gunby of his own. I mean, this is not going to be easy for the rest of the lobby in this final circle, but you never know with how chaotic it gets. And now everyone converging into these final circles with Rin and Piemaster in the center of these 2 initial final circles.
So as you're going to be seeing here, these are our 2 temporary final zones. One is a little bit smaller than the other, and that would be the police station that Rin currently has control of. But now Waterfudge and Averse are here to contest it. Averse pushing in with some cameras, trying to get some vision of the zone, as Waterfudge may be unknowingly checking that bush where Averse just established himself. Now we're in kind of a weird situation here where it's Waterfudge who's getting caught between both Rin and Averse, gets rooted by Averse, tries to trade back a little bit of damage, but it's just not a good situation to be in right now.
Yeah, both Rin and Averse know that if they try to all-in Waterfudge right now, the other one will, like, return fire, basically, and create a lot of risk. So both of them are just kind of throwing out little bits of poke, making sure Waterfudge gets low enough to get all-in. Okay, Rin gets feared right there, but Averse, again, playing very prudent. Doesn't want to quite use his teleport with the 5 omens yet. And now here we go. People are starting to converge onto these final zones. Looks like Averse just tanking a bit of his timer. Knows he has pretty much the most timer out of the top circle, so is comfortable walking out of the zone. Gali X, Piemaster in the bottom circle, duking it out right now. Piemaster coming out a bit on top. It's very close though. Okay, Peacemaker gets used on the bottom. Tezca going in at the top circle right now. Waterfudge forced to run out with the stay shot. Tezca, not a lot of timer left, about to explode, and all 3 of the vultures really want the kill right now. Gali X going down at the bottom circle. Tezca finally going down at the top circle. Rin gets the kill, but both Rin and Waterfudge going down solo. Rin gets both the kills, and now going back in on Averse. Uses the pistol skill. Combo comes out. Averse goes solo. Teleports over the wall. Rin doesn't hit the finish line. Averse only 7 seconds left on his timer though. Not enough timer to survive. Knows he has to go back in. Hits the root onto Rin right there. Teleport goes through. Fear goes through. In the circle. He's able to get a bit more of his timer. 2 seconds. He's about to explode. Goes down to nobody, actually. And now Piemaster
trying to collect the final kill. Rin, barely enough fuel left, needs to get a bit of his fuel back on the board right there. Not enough to bike one more time, so Piemaster is going to start chasing him down. Let's see, Rin slowly healing, but has no more food in his inventory. That food is all that's left, but Piemaster does not know that. Piemaster, 2 double guillotines in his inventory right now, 6 EMP drones. Knows where Rin is. Rin has finally got enough fuel to get 1 bike combo, but that surely cannot be enough to take down Piemaster just yet. 4 double guillotines come out right now. Rin picks up some food off of Teska's body right there, and now Zone is coming through. 18 seconds left for Rin to get some fuel back.
Oh my
EMP drones
god!
come out
the
from
confidence!
Those are actually Piemasters right there. Yeah, Rin jumping in, using a bit of his fuel for the bike combo, getting just enough fuel back for another bike combo. Peacemaker comes through. Piemaster going so low. Rin looking to cut bike combo one more time. Here we go. Radar gun goes through. Just enough, just enough. And Piemaster forced out of the circle a little bit. It's not looking too hot for him anymore. Rin going in. Yeah, bike comboing hits the full combo on the bike. Piemaster
the charm.
bringing him down so low, but all of Rin's abilities are hitting. It's so close right now. Rin does not hit the front flip, and Piemaster takes it over him.
That's gonna be it. Piemaster securing the victory. A nice game from Pi. GG. I do not believe that Piemaster ended up securing that. With the double guillotines there, and then the boar spawns, he aggroes it, the boar eats the double guillotine. I thought, wait a second, this is no longer going to be in Piemaster's favor. And even right there at the end, they were both so low on HP. All it took was like 1 good wheel hit, 1 good slow wall, and a combo, and Rin would have taken it. But Piemaster coming through in the end and securing that victory. What a heartbreaker for Rin fans, and what just a close moment between those two players.
Yeah, I gotta say, it's actually pretty incredible that Rin managed to survive that final circle situation right there. When he was really low HP, he basically had to get both the kill on Teska and Water Fudge to survive. Just based off the sheer HP he gained, he was able to tank down the rest of Reverse's combo and just barely kill him. I'm not too sure who the kill will go to for Verse's death because he exploded. I think it'll go to Rin most likely. So I think he's actually going for a 4-kill second place right here, which is really, really good. And also Verse, a bit unfortunate for him, not able to take the entire game. I mean, we saw how dominant he was. Once he got that Wicca line in the entire lobby, he was able to take out pretty much everyone, but just barely not able to, or basically just not able to secure either the kill on Water Fudge, Teska, or just the kill on Water Fudge or Teska meant he couldn't kill Rin right there.
I didn't quite catch it. Was a Versus death a zone death? Did it count as a zone death?
Yeah, it was actually a zone death.
So it should probably go to Rin, but I'm gonna leave it up to the TOs to figure that one out. Man, that whole game was absolutely nuts. Like, the things too I want to highlight was like, we had that whole situation with we had Bran Flakes harassing Water Fudge forever. I forgot that was even in that game. It's so long ago. Averse just went wild on the lobby, just going from zone to zone, using that Wick buff advantage, using the Wick item advantage, that Sanguine gun buy, doing so much work for him, just finding a target, see hero, kill heroing his way around the map. It was just, it was insane. He was so dominant, but unfortunately, in that final zone situation, he just sort of met his match. There was too many people there. There's too many extra factors. He couldn't just win the 1v1, and at the end of the day, it was the timer that got the best of him, and he ran out of that time. If he had more time, he probably could have just taken that whole thing, but now we'll never know.
Yeah, the biggest thing that worked in Rin's favor at the end there was actually probably his Lunar Embrace he had on. Like, the Lunar Embrace, just made sure that, almost certainly if he did not have that Lunar Embrace on, he would have died to a verse, basically is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Simply right there. The flat amp reduction against the Hygiene is so valuable. Just removing 20 post-mitigation damage off of all of her ticks of all of her abilities is just so good. Okay, we do have the scores ready for you right now, so let's jump on over. Let's take a duck dive on over to the scores. Currently in first place, having taken the throne now, is Piemaster 7 with 48 points, hot off of his win in game number 2. In second, we have the champion of game number 1, Gobu, with 43 points. Coming up behind him after a very dominant game 2 is Averse with 37 points. Following him, 28 points is Twitch TV / I'm Rin with 28 points. And in 5th, we have Homecoming with 25. And in 6th, it's Nazimi with 23. Not too far behind is Waterfudge, Sleeping Lion, and Lily Petal with 20, 14, and 14 respectively. And that is the current standings of our
Well, that's the current standings of the finals. We're only 2 games in. We got 3 games to go. If it's time to switch your character, then maybe this is the chance. Remember, guys, we are using the anti-OTP rule, which means that you can only use a single character just over half of the games in our 5-game set. Gunnar, how do you feel about our standings at the moment?
Oh, it's pretty spicy at the top right now. I mean, there's not too much discrepancy like we saw in the group stages. It's really, really close. I mean, first and second, just the difference is only 5 points. They're so close to each other. Averse propelling himself right next to the top of the ladder. If he's able to get one more pop-off game, he probably brings himself back into first place, not back into first place. Rin also propelling himself also pretty close to the top ranks. And I mean, the rest of the lobby is also pretty close behind, so I'm excited to see who pops off in the remaining lobbies. All the people in the top are looking to pop off one more time to maybe cement themselves near to win the tournament, and the rest of the lobby are also looking to really pop off one more time to cement themselves into the top half of the lobby. So I'm excited for it.
Okay, we're into game number 3. I mentioned this earlier. If you were using your side character for the first 2 games, you could now uninterrupted play your main for the next 3, and that's what we're already seeing coming out of Gobu here. Gobu has been performing so well so far, playing his secondary, and now he's on his main. He's got the reel locked and loaded and ready to go. This might be exactly what he needs to carry up towards that first place, because he is so close right now in second place. Remember, after this game, we're going to go to a quick little 5-minute break or so don't go anywhere. But here we are, game number 3 at the ERCL Summer Blast. Let's get these things started.
Yeah, I just want to point out Homecoming now on the Yuki. This is the 3rd game, so he chose to do it. Oh, sorry, this is the 3rd game, right?
This is the 3rd game. This is the 3rd game.
choosing to save his Nadine for a rainy day, or maybe even choosing to run Yuki as his primary. Now, I'm curious whether or not he's going to go for the dual sword or the single or the 2-hander sword Yuki build, because a lot of people have been using the dual sword Yuki recently, just either the Dioscuri, the Starseal Twin Blades with a crit type build. So curious what he's going for. We'll see later. I have seen him on both Mono Hoshizao and Dioscuri, so we'll see. Wraith here now on his Alex as well. And once again, the start just pretty much same old, same old. Lots of people archery, lots of people hospital. And we'll see. There's 3 Hyjin in this lobby, so this is a versus last game on Hyjin. Ghost finally getting to bust out hit the Hyjin of his own.
This is actually very important that you mentioned this. Yeah, Ghost Electricity switching over to Hyjin. Hasn't been able to play him, or play her this entire time, mainly because I assume he's been trying to avoid the fact that Averse has been on Hyjin. But since we have the anti-OTP rule, this opens up these situations where, yeah, there's going to be 2 games where Averse gets Hyjin, and 2 games where Ghost Electricity gets Hyjin uninterrupted from each other. So, yeah, we do see a little bit of a difference in the meta with this rule. Like, already seeing some pretty cool and creative stuff with that.
Yeah, it looks like Homecoming and Averse actually fighting a bit in Avenue right now. Homecoming opting to go for the 2-hander sword, actually griefing Averse a little bit. Averse a bit angry, roots him, fears him away. Usually a lot of his mana pool for that. And Bradflakes, I mean, he's got a sharper already. He might. Okay, Homecoming's going on Averse right now. Oh my god, and Bradflakes also infected with the blood rage, decided to hit Homecoming a little bit. Oh
I love it.
God.
This aggression, I love it. I live for this. Homecoming, do it again, do it again, do it again. I'm begging you, Homecoming, do it again.
I just want to point out a 200 MS on the crit Volticleto Chiara right now. Already done with
I can't get over this. Homecoming's gonna die. Guys, stop being weird. You're friends. Come on now.
Well, not for long, maybe. Looks like a lot of our contestants are meeting in dock right now. A lot of the crit builds. Lily Petal going for the Jebbies. Rin going for the White Claw Punch build, most likely. And then Wraith Kier on the Thwan Twin. Archery right now, both the Jackie players are meeting right now. One of them on Damascus, one of them on the classic Carnoan.
Hold on. Water Fudge running straight at Lily Petal with 3 items finished. Lily Petal barely has anything. Keep in mind though, Water Fudge has the bike ready. He's missed it, but it's okay. He's gonna go in here, gets the guaranteed crit. But the 5 omens from Lily Petal is gonna be pushing him away. Who just went down? Striker went down to
Striker just went down Avenue between Tarun and Sleeping Lion. Tarun was actually done his full build in Avenue right there, just auto attacking down Striker with even just the level 1 passive.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, Sleeping Lion actually just came in and swooped in and stole the kill, and we can see right there Water Fudge going down the Lily Petal, just
Opposite.
Auto-attacked and
Lily Petal
spun
going down to
down,
Water
yeah.
Fudge.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Lily Petal going down to Water Fudge. My bad. Rin watching from the side, but not too much going down there. Water Fudge finishing is almost his full build right there. Very nice for him.
I mean, that build comes online so fast. It's got 4 items finishing just here in Dock. All 4 of these. This is 3 zones, basically.
Yeah, a lot
kind
of Dock
absurd.
builds. Yeah. Like, a lot of Dock builds just seem to finish incredibly quickly. Like, usually, like, the crit builds, this build, like, Rin's build, they finish so many of their items because glass bottles are so nice to share.
They're needed in, like, all of the crit items. So, yeah,
Yeah.
if you need a bunch of glass bottles and metal and all that stuff, it builds pretty easily. Kind of been a common theme in crit builds since the start of this game has been Hospital, Cemetery, Dock.
And I want to just mention, the hotel tree is still up. It's
Wait.
it's been up for a while.
What the? Where's Brandon when you need him? Come on, guys. You can't just let this thing stay here forever. All right, Averse is coming to clean it up.
Yeah, just taking it for free. And we see this a lot in tournament play, actually. A lot of people are just not willing to risk it all for the tree, just opting for more consistent builds. In Hotel right now, in Alley right now, Tesca going in on 200 MS. 200 MS already missing the root. Forced to ult, but not doing nearly enough damage to Tesca right now. 200 MS so low, and let's see who gets the kill. Tesca gets the kill off of the bleed. Now Tesca, he's not had enough. He's going on Nazimi, but Nazimi jumps away with his hat change, and Tesca takes that as his cue to jump away. Ghost Electricity in school right now, chasing down Bandit Bagel as well, but not quite close enough. Bandit Bagel most likely getting out right here. Okay, Ghost Electricity going in with the jump. It's a slow onto Bandit Bagel right now, but Bandit Bagel using the Adrenaline Burst to get away. Not quite done a lot of items on his build, Bandit Bagel, just on the Damascus and Banneret, and really nothing else.
Wait a second, we have Gobu and Imran both here over by the Uptown console. Both these players pretty close to finishing their builds, if not already finished. Gobu missing, I believe it's a turtle shell to finish off that Burnished Aegis. We have Water Fudge and Sleeping Lion over in school, and it looks like the 2 Jackies are going at it over here in archery range.
Yeah, okay, Tesca just going in, but I mean, it's pretty hard to chase your mirror when both of you have the exact same movement options, but Bandit Bagel, of course, so low on items, Tesca just has more move speed than him.
Oh my
Might take a
gosh.
while, but yeah, he'll just be able to likely finish him off if he gets to continue his chase like this. I mean, same cooldown on his E. Tesca's even higher on level right now, so...
Oh my gosh.
the great chase is happening right now. This is what Jackie players are best at. Tesca... Oh, getting kited a bit right here. Not A-moving into the bush. And now Water Fudge is here to try to secure the kill for himself with the bike execute. Let's see. Bandit Bagel so low. Okay, gets hit by the broken bullet. It's almost in execution range. Tesca. Okay, there we go. Auto attack and bike comes through. Water Fudge staying to fight Tesca.
Oh my god!
And the whole gang is
party
here.
just
5
showed
moments
up.
comes out from Ghost Electricity to try to finish off Water Fudge, but the fear doesn't go through. Water Fudge building up the move speed on the Jolly Roger right now, but Ghost Electricity's... Oh, Ghost Electricity. Water Fudge actually returning fire, doing a lot of damage on the crackback. Dodges the root right there, and Ghost Electricity now fears him with the teleport. Water Fudge, though, just walking out. Wraith Kira on the side, though, wants this kill for himself. Ghost Electricity running away from this Jolly Roger, and now Water Fudge trying to get out. Okay, throws Ghost Electricity in the waiting arms of Wraith Kira, and the EMP barrage combo goes through, but Ghost Electricity so low, actually fears him away, and he survives!
He's so clean with it. Ghost Electricity, with a sliver of life, gets away from it, and during all of that, we had this weird engagement as the fight split off towards archery range, and it looks like several went down. Homecoming picking up at least 1 kill there, and now Ghost Electricity runs into a trap that was sitting there. What even was that? Wraith Kira.
I have no words, honestly. Ghost Electricity just fearing Wraith Kira away one more time. Finally getting out of that sticky situation, but not a lot of food to his name right now, so gonna have to find a bit of that or find some place to rest up right now. And a lot of our lobby has died quite early this game in these intense multi-man engagements, so expect to see maybe less chaotic final zones. I expect to see the zones close earlier. Within the next couple of zone closings.
You know, it seems like we've lost a lot of our lobby, but we still have 12 alive. It's not even like, oh wait, hold on, Wraith Kira is showing up over here in Hospital. Keep in mind, Imran is not far away. This could be Gobu put in a tough situation if he overcommits to a fight that he can't quite win. This is going to be a little bit dicey, but it looks like all of our players are actually just opting to split off and take their own zones as Imran TP's away over to Uptown. I don't know why that took me so long to figure that out. Homecoming in his home territory of archery range. He's not playing Nadine anymore, but he's still here because why would he want to be anywhere else? He knows this place better than anyone else.
Yes, of course. And Gali Gali X, this time on the Agni ARIS, so much more damage. Has the radar, has the Agni. Doesn't quite have a Laurel Wreath right now, but he has the Powder of Life and the Circlet, so he's just looking for a lighter to finish it off. And now the Sem Tree has spawned for Pymaster. Nazimi, okay, hits him with the Hidden Dove, the second card right there, and Pymaster knows he's gonna have a lot of trouble taking this tree. It's gonna take him a while because Nazimi's poke is so long range that Pymaster pretty much has to kill him if he wants this tree, but so much poke coming down from Nazimi right there. Just the 2 cards themselves, taking a quarter of Pymaster's health. Okay, here we go. All in coming in from Pymaster, gets Polymorph. Nazimi snares him. Oh, but Pymaster returns with the charm, so Nazimi doesn't get the full combo up, but Pymaster so low, just taking so much damage from that amp build off of Nazimi, and Nazimi instantly re-channeling the tree, but Pymaster can also do this all day with his Q. So one of these players is gonna have to go down if they want if they want this tree. Okay, actually Pymaster missing there. Let's see, Nazimi once again channeling. Nope, next Q comes out and pokes him, and they can both do this all day.
Essentially what this whole situation is how long are you willing to do this for? What's your food looking like? How risky are you willing to play? All of these factors come into play, and it looks like Nazimi will be the one who wins the battle of attrition as Pymaster backs away from the tree. That's unfortunate for Py. Py needs to get that Laurel Wreath in order to scale into the late game, and he is going to be stuck on just the Mohawk headgear for the rest of the game, unless he could find a tree either off of a bear or off of Wick or something, really. Speaking of Wick, we have Wick spawning in about 20 seconds, and it's just a Verse and Wraith Kira who are at all even close and ready to contest this. Wraith Kira showing up in the yellow zone that's about to close. A Verse ready to Arrow Rain and pull her over. But keep in mind, we do also have Sleeping Lion grabbing the console, ready to come third party this.
Yeah, but Averse should know this because he likely grabbed the console for himself, so he knows Sleeping Lion's here. Yeah, Arrow Rain comes through, doesn't go. Oh, actually, Sleeping Lion just walks into it on accident. A little bit of a scuffle there, but Averse now not able to get
Brandflakes in trouble. In the mirror match, we have 2 of our Dylans going after each other. One on the White Claw Punch, one on the Cerberus, but Brandflakes is finding himself on the losing end of this fight at the moment as Imran is putting the chase onto Brandflakes. Grabs him over the side. A beautiful striking tiger from Imran over the wall. Doesn't do quite the damage he needed to get, but there goes the triple Q going over the wall. Manages to keep this pressure on. He is not letting this kill go right now. Brandflakes is healing and trying his best to get out, but man, this is not the best situation to find yourself in. Look at that damage. The glove skill dealing so much damage. These crits are hitting for a oh Gobu! Gobu! You menace! You absolute
What just happened?
Brandflakes, how much did you pay him?
What?
Brandflakes
just Brandflakes is counting his lucky stars right now. Not quite away from Rin just yet, but I mean, got the assist from Gobu. But Rin's still hot on his tails in force, chasing him across multiple zones right now. But it's okay.
It's worth mentioning he's basically out of food too. Rin gives up on the chase.
Yeah, Rin finally giving up the chase, but not without taking out. Oh, actually, in Cemetery right now, there's a fight going on between Waterfudge and Averse. Waterfudge got to stun Averse against the wall and do quite a lot of his HP right there. Okay, Waterfudge trying to tank the slow with the Unstoppable, but not quite hitting that. While that's all going on, Wraith Kira gets Wickalion, and now Averse still running away from Waterfudge right now. Fears him away, and now we'll likely be able to just jump over a wall and get out. Soon? Maybe? Yeah. Yeah, he's just gonna walk towards hospital right now. In hospital right now, Sleeping Lion and Wraith Kira. Sleeping Lion actually just trying to harass Wraith Kira a bit, get him off the TP. No, just waiting.
Oh, Ghost Electricity going in, the 5 Omens. Looks like Imran wants to push this aggression onto Ghost. Ghost is not very high HP at the moment. The Striking Tiger is available. The Boar is a factor, and it blocks the shot. Get down, Mr. President! Gets smacked by that Striking Tiger. Imran blocked by another third party, but instead of Gobu this time, it's a Wild Boar.
Just so unfortunate from him. Like, just I don't know who he bothered today. But
the universe is against him. He's got some bad energy. I gotta stay away from that. I don't want it rubbing off onto me.
Oh my god! I think it's his birthday today as well.
Oh my god!
Not the greatest birthday present. Oh, it's just so unfortunate right there.
That is certainly something now, isn't it? Bran Flakes. Bran Flakes spitting on a dead boar. We have a lot of people over here in school. Wraith Kira, remember, he has that wick buff. He's about to be pushing into this. We have 12 players alive. We're about to be down to 5 zones with 12 players alive. Can we see some death? Can we see some murder? Please, can we get some just all-out bloodbaths pretty soon?
Oh,
there we go.
School, dashing into Gali X, but Gali X just returning fire. I mean, he just shrugs off the damage, just keeps auto tagging as ARI is great at with that auto or with that shielding passive. Wraith Kira still has a lot of time left on his Wicca line, so expect him to make some aggressive plays soon. Gali X just starts auto attacking Wraith Kira a little bit. Wraith Kira runs into the pistol skill. Gali X jumping over the wall. Wraith Kira still on the chase, switches to his, actually just uses the shuriken for move speed. Gali X just moving around in a circle. Oh,
Pie Master with a beautiful combo to Bran Flakes. Bran Flakes barely got away with the Striking Tiger, but the shot was already shot at that point, and the bolts followed into the grave.
Right now. Actually, Gali X right on top of Ghost Electricity. Pipe almost comes out, and now Gali X feared, taking a lot of damage, and Wraith Kira is just on the other side. Gali X jumping into Avenue right now, chooses to go down, but Wraith Kira is on the other side in sword form with the Monohoshi's out now. Gali X.
He can't keep getting away with it, man.
What is going on? Gofu. Guardian Angel Gofu right now, just firing the arrows from downtown. Just
man, I'm gonna be like watching another game being played. Like there'd be like a CS:GO tournament, and then suddenly Gobu's arrow is gonna fly out of nowhere and smack someone planting the bomb or something. Like I can't believe this guy. How is he just lobbing arrows from downtown and they're just connecting every time? Oh, Ghost Electricity getting chunked out to half HP by Homecoming from the, well, I don't know, I guess archery range, his home zone. I don't know, he's always here. He's gonna go over the wall, try and get away. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's a good way to get out of a fight. Be hedging, be able to fly over a wall when Yuki can't do that.
Yeah, imagine being able to jump over walls. Homecoming certainly can't imagine it. And here we go. Zones are closing towards Forest, and whenever the zone's close towards Forest, it's always difficult for the people in yellow to get there unscathed. So lots of people in Cemetery right now, actually. Oh, actually, Homecoming going into Ghost Electricity. Good crowd gets used, and it hits, but Homecoming, Ghost Electricity is just jumping out. Okay, Nazimi goes in, Polymorph gets hit, and Homecoming gets the kill. Cow Traps get used. Nazimi going down really low as well now, too. Homecoming trying to dodge the snare, but isn't successful in doing that, and now keeps dashing towards Nazimi. Nazimi...
I've seen this fight before. You don't want to take this, Homecoming. You do not want to be chasing...
Gobu in Cemetery going down so low, actually getting one shot by Averse right there. Wraith Kira, though, on the side, starts shooting at Averse. Averse does not hit the snare onto him right there, but 3 Omens have been hit, and he gets feared away. Now, Wraith Kira going to Bailey. EP Barrage gets used, but Averse throws out the teleport before that happens, is able to teleport out. Whatever. Oh, while that's all happening, Sleeping Lion brought down Rin inside of Forest right there. Now has a has 2 glacials in his inventory. The Wraiths of Scotty and the glacials, unused glacials so far. And lots of people still chilling out in school archery right now. I mean, Homecoming's still here, Nazimi's still here. Both of them are just farming. They're gonna have to make their way to Forest real soon.
Look, I appreciate the bloodbath and everything. I did ask for that, but guys, can you spread it out a little bit? Wraith Kira getting snagged here by Water Fudge. But remember, these fights are generally not very fast on this tanky Magnus build, especially against Wraith Kira, who's playing so much lifesteal on this Alex build with the Monohoshi's out, with, well, really just the Monohoshi's out. That's a lot of lifesteal. We also do have Gali and Pie Master getting a little bit close to each other, especially after that fight. Sleeping Lion is already in pretty good shape. The Scotty picked up, looking pretty good right now, especially with that Devil's Marksman. These skills are going to be dealing a lot of damage. Pie Master engaging on a Gali. The initial damage is going in favor of Gali as the charm doesn't quite connect. Pie Master in a lot of trouble, but he uses the Peacemaker, I think is what it's called, in order to get away. And Sleeping Lion, he's here to third party, but he's going to go on a Gali. He doesn't want to give this away for free. Nazimi also trying to get a piece of the action.
And now Nazimi just almost finishing up Galliax right there. And now bottom of Forest, Sleeping Lion has been zoning Pie Master outside of Forest. Pie Master jumping in but going down so low. Sleeping Lion though, no more fuel. But bringing down Pie Master so low, and the final radar gun seals his fate. In Cemetery, Wraith Kira also going down on a verse right now. Wraith Kira having very, very little left on his Wick timer. Just trying to get a little bit more damage, or one more all-in before, there we go, Wick expires. And now Averse, feeling pretty strong himself, but wants to heal up. Let's take a look at the Masteries right now. Wraith Kira 16, Averse at 15. I mean, Homecoming's at 17. It's pretty even among all of our contestants. Yeah, not anyone below 15. So look, I mean, everyone's in quite a great state. It could go anywhere right now. And it's gonna go, the final zone's going towards Sem right now.
I do just sort of comment on the fact that a versus food is not ideal. 8 steak, although it is, okay, you have a little bit of orchid action too, but although the steak is yummy, it's not very good food, only at 420 healing per food, whereas our other players, well, they're looking pretty good. We got a little bit of mocha bread, and a little bit of, yeah, nice food over here as well. It's really only a verse that is lacking on those snacks, so he's going to need to maybe find some food, some glass bottles to upgrade those orchids, or else he can't take these bursty or even sustained fights, since he just doesn't have that much food.
Yeah, and take a look at Homecoming right now. He's actually pretty strong right now. We all know the two-hander scaling in the late game is really, really strong with the attack speed. He's got the Mithril boots as well for the move speed. He might have a bit of trouble against all of these ranged characters right now, much like Waterfudge. But if he's able to third party, I mean, Coup de Grace is such a good tool for securing kills, much like Magnus's bike. Same thing for Nazimi. He has a pretty good positioning right now. Could position towards either zone once it does end up closing, depending on what he likes. And Wraith here already taking control of the top zone right there. Waterfudge just taking a little bit of poke, and let's see how this goes.
Yeah, it looks like, I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen a whole lot of cemetery split zones yet. I haven't seen exactly how these play out. I think that this right zone, it's pretty unfortunate for anyone playing a melee. Oh my god, beautiful buffering with the Unstoppable on the 17v1 against a verse there. Waterfudge is actually playing this fight super well right now and not letting up the pressure. Averse has really no opportunities to find the spacing that he needs, but he does manage to get away in the end. Wraith Kira and Sleeping Lion seem to be the ones who want to contest this right side. And Homecoming, he wants to join the fight too, because nobody wants to fight Nazimi.
Yeah, it just looks like Nazimi with his superior positioning. Just, I mean, Homecoming clearly just wants to fight him. Oh, here we go. Sleeping Lion going in on Averse right now, calming him down so low. Averse teleports out. Sleeping Lion's second front flip doesn't hit and CC him in place, but Sleeping Lion is keeping up the pressure. Gets feared, gets slowed, takes down the full rain of arrows right there. And now Sleeping, oh, the coup de grace doesn't hit. Averse going back in with the 5 moments, but it's Waterfudge who comes in. Oh, the counter on the bike.
Waterfudge gets
still gets it right there, but tanking the full EMP barrage. Averse still looking for the kill right there, but Waterfudge just getting the kill for himself, getting the healing, now just resting in the corner. Wraith, Kira, Nazimi, both taking control of this final zone right here. Nazimi,
Averse has identified that the left zone is unoccupied and was going to go for it, but no, he's entering back on the main zone. Nobody's occupying the left zone. We are going to see so many people losing all their timer as the entire right zone is far too contested. These players have to get kills to get their timer back, or else it's about to be lights out for them. Averse.
Oh, Waterfudge gets another kill right there, and let's see who gets the Sleeping Lion kill right here. It is actually
It's Waterfudge as well.
Once again. And here we go, 7 seconds left. Waterfudge has enough timer to run out, but he's getting harassed by Nazimi right now.
Oh
just
my
playing
god.
so well, getting every single final kill. Waterfudge on 5 kills right now. Can he actually take the entire lobby? There's going to be a bit of politics at play at the final zone right here. Wraith here poking down Waterfudge a bit here with that Electron Blaster Enad. Waterfudge just trying desperately to heal back up to full before this final zone hits. Okay, Nazimi, Wraith here just hitting each other right now, poking each other down a little bit. Nazimi, okay, hits 2 doves right there. Very well done. Okay, Wraith Kira goes in, doing so much damage to Nazimi with that decoy. Nazimi jumping out. Now Waterfudge has control of the final zone. Knocks Wraith Kira into the wall right now. Uses the broken bullet, slows him down. Nazimi follows up with the alley-oop and takes down a bit of his HP, and Waterfudge just staying tanky. Has a lot of timer. Nazimi does not. Wraith Kira also pretty even on timer with Waterfudge. Okay, Wraith Kira identifying that he has to take down Waterfudge right here. But same thing with Waterfudge. Both of them don't see Nazimi as a threat anymore because of his low timer situation. And the timer is ticking out. Okay, Wraith Kira all-ins Nazimi right now. He's so low. Has to jump back into the zone, but right into Waterfudge's waiting arms. And now you can see the timer situation. All Waterfudge has to do is survive, but survive he might not because he's taking so much, and he's forced to bike out. Now Wraith Kira going back in on Nazimi, uses the EMP barrage, uses the decoy. Nazimi jumps back into the EMP barrage, polymorphs Waterfudge on accident or maybe on purpose, so you want to get the final kill. And now Wraith Kira's the one with the advantage of the timer, and Waterfudge forced out. Let's see if he can do it. It's so close, but the healing off of Wraith Kira is so good right now. Yeah, final zone closes, and now Wraith Kira takes it. Both the kills on Nazimi and Waterfudge right there. Very well done.
In an absolutely terrifying and tense final situation. It looks like it's Wraith Kira who will be the one who ends up coming out victorious. Very nicely done there. I had no idea who was going to come out ahead. I actually thought Waterfudge had a really solid shot of winning that on timer alone. It looked like he was sort of dictating the pace of all of those engagements between both Nazimi and Wraith Kira, but man, what a tense situation. Like, nothing prepares you for that sort of a fight. There is no training in the world that's going to prepare you for that sort of a fight, and all three of those players played it honestly fantastic. That was really good play from all three of them.
Yeah, if you noticed, actually, Nazimi kind of played Kingmaker a little bit at
the
end there,
for sure.
choosing to polymorph Waterfudge instead of Wraith Kira right there, right before he went down. And also a bit unfortunate, he tanked almost the entire EMP barrage because he teleported on top of the dove that was still inside of the EMP barrage. So even though he got away from Wraith Kira had already autoed him down so much, and he already tanked so much of the EMP barrage that tanking the final bits of the EMP barrage just spelled doom for him right there.
Yeah, that was... I can't get over it. That was a crazy last fight. One more thing I want to point out here is that despite the fact that Wraith Kira did end up victorious there, it kind of didn't really give him a whole lot of points because Waterfudge was the one absorbing like a giant Magnus-shaped sponge all of those kills in the split final zone section. He got 5 kills, whereas Wraith Kira only got 2. Even Nazimi, who I thought was so dominant there at the end, only got 1. And it was actually Sleeping Lion, Homecoming, and Waterfudge that ended up with the most kills in the lobby. But we do have the scores ready for you, so we're gonna go jump on over to those and see where our players are currently standing. Gunner, you wanna run me through them real quick?
Alright, sure. In first place, we have Piemaster at 57 points, still pretty close in second place. Waterfudge now at 52 points, a 5-point differential between those two. Averse not close behind at 49 points in third place. Gobu 46 points in fourth place. Homecoming 42 points in fifth place, and Nazimi 37 points in sixth place. Sleeping Lion 7th place 34 points. Rin 31 points. Wraith Kira 29 points, and you can just see it's so close between our top competitors. There's just like, it's barely a point differential. Just a couple points of placement is just the difference between first and second and third and fourth, and you guys are in for some spicy games. Yeah,
it extends all the way down to 9th too. Like, it's such a clean little like downward sloping trend of these scores. It's like, you know, 4-point difference, 3, 3, 4. Okay, it gets a little bit bigger from there, but for the most part, like, all of our top players in the top half of the bracket can all take it. We still have 2 games left here in the ERCL Summer Blast Finals, and anyone can still come out victorious. But before we get into those last 2 games, we are going to take a quick little break, so go ahead, go to the bathroom, grab some snacks, maybe get a pina colada or something. We'll be right back in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the ERCL Summer Blast. We just wrapped up Game 3 of our 5-game finals series, and you guys are here to join us for the 4th and 5th, aka our last 2 matches of the tournament. Our competitors have had to fight through some of the most insanely stacked groups, I'd say, in Eternal Return competitive history to get here to the finals, so even being here at all is one heck of an accomplishment. I'm joined here again by my good friend Gunner62. Gunner, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. I'm loving the real alts from downtown,
Same.
saving our contestants.
Absolutely.
I'm loving the Magnus's kill, stealing every single kill in existence, apparently. I'm loving seeing a verse on the biker Hyjin just speeding at 4.69 move speed, killing the entire lobby. It's been a great time. It's
been spicy, to say the least. Honestly, I'm enjoying seeing our competitors sort of just kicking back and just trying out some new stuff. I've been loving the anti-OTP rule, seeing some of the spicy picks that we've been getting out of these players. Just overall, it's been an absolute treat so far. But it's not over yet. That's the best part of it. We still got 2 more games to wrap up these finals. Currently, our standings are... You know what? kind of the most exciting they could possibly be. There's plenty of opportunities for anyone to take home the gold, even the silver, even the bronze. And remember, the prizing, I believe, pays out to the top 6, so it pays to still be playing your best, and my hat is stabbing me in the head, and that's not comfortable. So, we currently have Pie Master in first, followed by Waterfudge, Averse, Gobu, Homecoming, and Nazimi in our top 6. But still, again, it's anybody's game. The difference between first and sixth isn't even that many points, and only one game could completely swing everything in your favor. So, I'm looking forward to seeing what our players are going to be bringing. That being said, we are finally at the point where if you've been playing the same character this entire time with the anti-OTP rule, you are now being forced to switch to something else, because we are just past the halfway point. And I believe, let me check to see which of our players have been sticking with the same character the whole time. We've actually only had 2, believe it or not. Most people are kind of spreading their stuff out a little bit, but Averse and Pie Master, my eyes on you. You two have played Hedgen and Heart, respectively, the entire time. So they're gonna have to switch over to their alternate picks, which means maybe this might be hurting their chances of keeping those top spots, especially since Pie Master is our player who's currently in first.
Yeah, and also just want to talk about the players who are saving their mains. I mean, now that like the Hygiene from Averse is gone, and with a lot of people maybe switching to Magnus as their secondaries, I mean, Galligali X is going to be on the ISOL, and ISOL has a really great matchup into the Magnuses, both because a lot of his damage is Enad, which goes through the tanky Magnus build, and because you can just zone out the Magnuses with traps. So look to see that. Maybe he's in 11th place right now with 15 points, but with 2 good games, he could definitely propel himself both into the top 6 or even first place if he has really good pop-up games. So look out for that right now.
Yeah, for sure. We are currently waiting on one player who's sort of lagging a little bit behind before we can get this game started, but it looks like we got everybody in the lobby and are ready to kick things off. So, let's check it out. Let's head on over into our I can't say final because it's not, our 4th and 2nd to last game before we conclude the ERCL. I just want to thank you guys all for being here. Thank you all for joining us. We're having a great time over here. I'm vibing with this whole beach atmosphere. Honestly, if you could have every tournament be this comfortable, I'd have a great time. I love this. I seriously am having so much fun.
Oh, Averse actually locking in the Barber right now. Okay, that's kind of spicy.
That is not what I expected at all,
yeah.
But I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, we do remember back a couple months ago, he was actually playing Barber for a while, I think, when she was really, really broken, I think near her release. Of course, Gobu on Rio again. Nadine on, I mean, sorry, Lily Petal on Nadine, not Nadine on Lily Petal.
We are seeing Pie Master switching to that tanky Magnus, which is basically what we expected. This is what he was playing in the qualifier stage as well as his alternate pick. The reason why, I mean, you've seen Waterfudge playing it. You've seen who else was on it? It's like Bandit Bagel, I believe, was playing it also. It's safe. It's reliable. You're probably gonna get some placement points. Like, it's not bad in this tournament setting, and that's why. I mean, it's just not bad in general, but it's also just not bad in this tournament setting. You can get kills by securing them or stealing them if you're less favorable towards Magnus, or you can just get some placement points. So yeah, he's switching on over to that. Not a bad pick.
Yeah, and I gotta say, like, Waterfudge has to be...
Oh my god. Look at Hospital right now. 5 people.
Oh boy. We got the Magnus trio right here.
Oh my
Coming
god.
into Hospital, all likely running the exact same build. I just want to say, like, Waterfudge's Magnus play has been so impressive. Like, when you think of this character, this build, you do not think, wow, you can make some like sick plays, some mechanical plays, but Waterfudge has been playing out of his mind. I mean, so many times he tanks with the Unstoppable to use the CC very well. So many times he just uses the CC perfectly, knocking the other player away or stunning the right player just to get the execute off with his ultimate. Just such good play from him.
I mean, he really has been elevating the character a lot too, because yeah, you could play the character, you can run at people and be tanky, and that's sort of the way it's expected to be played, but yeah, he's been doing stuff that sort of just brings it the next level up, and that's what you want to be seeing out of someone who's going to do so well in a tournament, and it's been paying off for him. He got 5 kills last game. This build's not supposed to be getting kills, and he got 5 of them.
Yeah, and also I just want to say, like, Waterfudge is also, I mean, most people might not know this, but he's a very flexible player. Like,
insanely flexible
or anything. Yeah, but like he's played like different characters to basically every single tournament, like on different patches. Like I've seen him on like Petal Torrent Sacella, like Shukai, now Magnus. So many different characters, much like Nazimi. So just hats off to him for that.
I mean, Waterfudge is genuinely one of the best mechanical players in the entire region. He also is like super smart too when it comes to, you know, metas and adaptability. NA is full of one tricks, and he's one of the few people out here who is out there playing a lot of different characters at a high level, and I respect the hell out of that.
Yeah, and we see Homecoming once again, I think on he's on the Hovid build once again in Temple right now. Terurin looks like he's also in Temple, close to finishing off his TAC 50. Yeah, there we go. But missing 2 feathers from his build, actually. He wasn't able to get enough feathers out of Hospital, so he's going to have to find them later. Going to be kind of hurting right there on move speed.
Well, I'll be honest with you. You and I both played a decent amount of Bernice, and yeah, the reason why Bernice is... One of the reasons why he's such a struggle is because you have to start Hospital to get all your feathers, but now there's all these Magnuses in there, clogging up the zone, taking all the feathers. It's even harder to play Bernice. Like, it's legitimately so difficult.
Yeah, in talk right now, the Magnus brothers are just having a bit of infighting in the family right now.
Identical builds, identical food.
Pie Master realizing he probably can't really fight or kill Bandit Bagel, so he just backs off, but he has control of the zone now. And there's quite a few people. Okay, it looks like it's 200 MS getting the hotel tree right now. He's on the White Claw Punch glove Dylan build that we've seen so often in these finals.
So what do you think that tree's going to go towards? Because I'll be honest with you, I don't really know what White Claw Punch Dylan does with a tree.
I think he might just switch to an auto arms later. Like if he get a first meteorite, he could probably just get an early auto arms, most likely, or an emerald tablet because he doesn't really have a great slot on his accessory right now.
The Brotherhood is over here smacking each other up. Everyone trying to third party or TP or fight or something. This is so dumb looking. Guys, we can all just coexist.
Oh, in alley right now, Waterfudge TPing right onto Lily Petal right there, being brought down so low, forced to bike out, brought down so low, but the last bullseye not in range to hit him. Waterfudge biking out really early, but that was a really sketchy TP right there. Almost lights out for him.
Yeah, that's a scary position to TP into, especially after getting the lights smacked out of you over there in the bottom side of Factory. You have Nazimi and 200 MS getting pretty close to each other. Nazimi back on the William. We haven't seen Nazimi's William pop off so far, but we know it can do a lot as we saw in the qualifier stage. I want to see it here in the finals too, though. I don't want it to just be a one-time only thing. This is the second time Nazimi's brought it out here in the finals. Brandflakes putting the aggression onto Imran.
And yeah, there's a lot of people in school right now. Sleeping Lion not quite done a lot of his build right now because of how slow it is. Same thing with Rin. Rin's getting dove on by Brandflakes right there, but he gets knocked back on his final kill. Rin jumping over the wall. Brandflakes cannot follow unless he wants to use a striking target yet. Decides not to. Waterfudge in school getting chased down by Gobu a little bit, but I mean, not too much kill pressure right there. It is the tank Magnus build. Oh, Ghost Electricity in Avenue right now, catching Sleeping Lion out right now. 5-on-1s is used, but gets cancelled by the tire, but he still gets feared. Oh, but Sleeping Lion gets out because Ghost Electricity misses the snare, but still the final Q charm hits and lands. And
it was enough damage? I thought there was no way that was enough damage. That was insane. Nice pickup there by Ghost Electricity onto Sleeping Lion. Sleeping Lion's been doing pretty well so far. Getting that kill is going to be what Ghost Electricity really needs to get that momentum going to break into that top 6. That was nicely done. Gobu. Maybe about to catch Nazimi over here. I'm not sure who wins this in the Enad battle. I think it favors Gobu since Nazimi isn't quite full build yet, but Gobu actually dodges that stun. This full build looking real good. The long range snipe, it does connect!
But
that's a pretty good escape tool, I won't lie. But Gobu's got the kill pressure. Honestly, this is, or maybe not.
Yeah, probably not fast enough to catch up anymore. Because he's not in range to use the Soar, he doesn't get the reset on his E anymore. Okay, Terurin in force, chasing Averse right now. Averse cracking back, but doesn't get the stun. Uses the free Electron Laser ultimate, but Terurin doing so much damage. Oh, who's it gonna go to? Averse barely getting out of there with the kill off the next sentry turret placement. And Terurin just barely not able to kill Averse. Averse using the bush. And Terurin not having any cameras had to run into the bush and not able to auto attack him right there. Very well done.
That was a very tense fight. I'm actually surprised that Averse came out ahead there. I thought that it might turn into a lifesteal situation for Terurin.
Right now. Yeah, Wraith here going in on Nazimi right now. EMP barrage is used. Taunt gets used as well. But Nazimi slides to the other direction, but he's got down so low, and Wraith here finishes him off with that 1-2 auto attack.
That is so much damage coming out of those crit auto attacks. Each one doing so much damage. Bandit Bagel in trouble as Gali is just chasing him down. The heavy strike doesn't quite connect into the box, so it doesn't quite get the stun, but the bike from hell is going to secure that escape. As it looks like Bandit Bagel does manage to get away in a very, very close fight with Gali over there.
Yeah, it looks like Wraith here got poked down a little bit by 200 MS while that was all going on, and 200 MS going back in on him, but the decoy is used to escape right there. And now it's once again, we're in our kind of mid-game state. Okay, test kill this time, actually on the Dioscuri dual swords with Jolly Roger. Not a build we've seen too much of. This is probably quite a new build with the Jolly Roger move speed mainly. But we have seen Dioscuri Jackie in the past, quite a good all-in. Looks like all of our Magnus brothers still alive. Yep, Bandit Bagel, Water Fudge, and Pie Master all doing well for themselves. Yeah, everyone's just chilling, farming.
And just doing their own thing. It's hard to secure a kill onto these Magnuses. Magni, if you will. It's very difficult, because if they're ever in a tough situation, they tend to be able to just bike out, and they're okay. And the thing is that they're already playing a tanky build too, plus that Jolly Roger with the extra movement speed. It's so difficult to pin one of these Magnuses down and end up securing the kill. And they just end up clogging up the end game too, as you saw like in the last game, with Water Fudge just being there, being a nuisance. It really is hard to deal with all of them.
Yeah, and let's see right now. Let's check up on everybody. I mean, Homecoming's finished his full build right now. He's been pretty quiet this game, but, I mean, having to finish a Dobok and a Radar is not easy. Averse looks like he just got the Forestry for himself, but Homecoming is hot on his tail. Okay, here we go. Averse going in on him. Free Electron Lasers use stun on the back end of it. Averse just trying to get close enough, but not quite enough damage off of that Free Electron Laser. Okay, here we go. Homecoming dashes back out, but one thing Barber is Barber is not fast, so he's not able to continue chasing right there. But
Wraith Kira versus Lily Petal over in Factory. Lily Petal dropping very low. That EMP barrage just chunking her down consistently. Will go down, and Wraith Kira picks up. That's his second kill of the game now.
Yeah, he's looking to snowball this game right now. I mean, you don't see, or we haven't seen him get too many early kills in the past games, but now he's finally popping off and maybe trying to cement himself to a first place if possible. Right now, one name we haven't seen a lot of recently is Striker, but now he's finally finished his full build, ready to fight, has decent food situation. So look to him maybe all-inning someone. Definitely can't really kill the Magnus though right next to him.
Yeah, absolutely not. Although that being said, Magnus is not Shoichi's worst matchup. Shoichi actually does quite well against Magnus. Maybe not the tank Magnus quite as much, but Magnus in general is pretty good because if he does start to bike away, you can just teleport on top of him and cancel his bike. So you're able to actually chase him down, which a lot of other characters don't really have the luxury of doing. But it's the tank Magnus, so maybe I don't want to actually fight that. Brandflake's in trouble as Gali is putting a lot of pressure onto him.
Yeah, Gali actually having a hidden maiden in his inventory. Don't see that trap all too often.
Pretty much ever.
Yeah, he's just farming Temple right now, getting all the gunpowder for his claymores. And again, like to see him maybe take control of the end game of this game with all of those traps from the ISOL, especially against all of these melees. I mean, the only people who can really contest him in the range form are maybe like Ghost, Gobu in Hotel actually. Going in on Brandflake's silencing Gobu, going in for a little bit of poke but doesn't continue, knowing how much damage Rio can do with the short bow form. It's going in for a little bit of poke right there. And now Wick is actually spawned, and Wick is actually going towards we'll see, I guess. We'll
find out. Stay tuned.
It's running into Forest from the left side of Research right now. But
there it is.
Yeah, it's going to school, I guess. Wants to get an education for itself.
Gobu?
You know, take up a new profession. Its current profession's a bit dangerous, but not if Gobu has to say something about it. Gobu, I mean, almost getting a free Wick for himself. Gobu can take down Wick pretty quickly. I'd assume it's gonna get pretty close to dying. Averse is kind of close, but yeah, not close enough to contest. And now those are all the Wick items for Gobu.
That's a big advantage for Gobu. Gobu, especially on Rio benefits so much from that Wick buff.
In Factory right now, Striker just stepped into Gali X's bush, but Gali missed the snare, and unfortunately that means he cannot chase him.
Wraithkira is not far behind though, and this might turn into a fight. Nope, these players will choose not to. Again, Gobu with that Wick buff is huge because those long-range auto attacks.
In Factory now, Wraithkira has gone on to Gali X. Oh, never mind. He's decided against.
Not quite. I I will finish that thought. Long range auto attack, supply bleed, very strong. All right, we have a bunch of Magnuses over in Chapel. Oh, come on. Where did that even happen?
Come on, indeed. Okay, in Chapel right now, yeah. Striker's going in on Piemaster right here. Piemaster getting brought down pretty low. Water Fudge on the crackback. About to stun him into a wall. Yeah, there's the stun. Bad skills to stun him once more time. Striker goes in, uses the ult, but not quite in range for the final dagger, and now it's getting taken down by Water Fudge right now. It's another dagger, but gets smacked against the wall and taken out by the crit focused impact auto. In factory right now, Galix and Wraithcure once again kind of fighting for the TP right now. Galix doing a lot of damage with his auto attacks though. And with the overheat, Wraithcure is forced to back off.
Oh my god, we have Bandit Bagel. Oh my god, getting triple teamed. Even the bear jumping in to stun him right there. Stuck between Ghost Electricity and I Am Rin. He's gonna try and bike from hell out of there. And isn't quite... Oh, he gets away! I was gonna say, I Am Rin isn't quite able to get the...
Oh, the Ghost Electricity! And now, Ghost Electricity is just waiting on the other side, and Rin is forced to tank his entire time. Piemaster, though, gets hit by coup de grace and Doc right now, getting down so low. Smacks Homecoming away, but it's not enough. Does not get a stun. Homecoming resets his dashing gentleman, and there it is. Piemaster's brought down by Homecoming right there.
At 2, Wesley. I can't believe he did that. Homecoming killed Piemaster. Oh my gosh, we can't.
Oh, it's right now. Hex gets a big bit of burst onto 200 MS. 200 MS gets rooted, but uses the Striking Tiger to get out right there.
Well, I have to say, at the start of all of that, we actually had Brandflakes taking out Tezca. We didn't have a chance to highlight it because there were 16 fights happening all across the map at the same time. So nice pickup there by Brandflakes. Where's Brandflakes? Brandflakes on the Cerberus, of course. What else would he be on? I don't think he... Does Brandflakes... No, Brandflakes played Alex earlier. That's true, that's true. Brandflakes, known for his Cerberus. Very, very powerful Cerberus pilot. We have Imran over here. Wait a minute, Gobu with the Wick buff chasing down 200 MS. And he get the kill here. Throws down the arrow rain. Does it connect? Barely. It does not.
Oh, in Uptown right now, it looks like Brandflakes and Waterfudge are fighting a little bit. Waterfudge, okay, does not quite get the wall stun onto Brandflakes right there, but gets a good amount of damage on him. But that's just a bit of mastery farm for him right there. And once again, it's kind of quiet. There's usually more people alive right now, but yeah, there's quite a bloodbath earlier. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit for the zones to close off before anyone's forced into any fights. But there's a lot of people in Temple right now. But both the Hyjin and the Sylvia are quite good at dodging engagement. Homecoming though, he poked out a little bit up there. And now, yeah, everyone's kind of just avoiding each other once again, farming up a little bit, trying to increase their masteries, maybe getting the level 2 weapon skills.
Homecoming kind of going in. We have Rin deciding to go back in on the engagement as well. Homecoming throwing down the double guillotine, trying to find the spacing in order to take this fight in a favorable situation, but it's really hard against... Oh! Uses the double guillotine to try and get the coup de grace, but it doesn't quite land. Homecoming parries the combo, but it looks like Imran will find the advantage there. Brandflakes on the other side of the map does go down. I didn't quite see to who, but yeah, it's going to be...
Galliax actually picked up the kill on Brandflakes, I think with a Claymore stack once again.
Oh my gosh.
Players are known for. And there's actually a big, like, 4-man struggle, I think, to get the kill, or maybe just get the kill on Galli afterwards. But now they've kind of dispersed.
That was a tough fight. Honestly, I feel like Yuki Sylvia might be one of... I don't really play much of either of the characters, but I feel like Yuki Sylvia would be one of the most miserable matchups for the Yuki. You get knocked back through that wall, and there's not a whole lot you can do at that point. Sure, you could dash back in, but that distance has already been gained, and then the bite combos, it's just rough. I feel for Homecoming on that one, but nicely played by Imran. That was a really good setup and execution on that whole fight, and now he has all the double guillotines that Homecoming had been preparing.
Yeah, and in Alley right now, Gobu's playing the Gatekeeper. He's keeping Ghost Electricity away from school, but chooses to give up that right now. Averse, just checking the bush really quick with a laser and then walking in. Gobu throws down the bow skill. Is it going to connect onto Ghost? Nope, Ghost hears it, walks away. And now Gobu and Ghost, I mean, this is, even though Gobu has Wick buff, if he gets one comboed by Ghost, it could spell doom for him. Same thing with Averse, so he's playing kind of cautiously right now. Okay, Turret gets deactivated right now.
I keep thinking that that's Arxie. It's Averse. I gotta get used to that. I'm not used to seeing Averse on that Barber pick, and I'm still honestly really excited to see what he's gonna be bringing in this mid to late game. He's got the double glacial too, so he's strong as heck.
Yeah, in Hotel right now, Waterfudge is getting poked down pretty hard by Wraith Kira. Like, he lost like a quarter of his health, I think, to Wraith Kira right there, but he has plenty of food in his inventory, so it's not a big deal. Kind of just farming defense mastery, honestly. But with all these range characters, he's going to struggle a lot until he can get to third party them. Here we go, Gobu's fighting Wraith Kira a little bit, but Wraith Kira just uses the shuriken to get out right there. The move speed, Waterfudge comes back in to see what's going on, but nothing too much is going on.
Wick buff is about to expire, keep that in mind. So Gobu is going to lose that advantage that he had right now. There we go, it's gone. So no longer does he have the true damage bleed. We have Ghost Electricity getting aggressed on by a Verse who, well, can't quite find the follow-up as Ghost Electricity is able to just jump over the wall as a Hedgen tends to do just that. Now Gobu, maybe trying to get in on this fight.
Yeah, Gobu just, I mean, it feels like he can't really convert any kills just because everyone's playing cautiously around him. Because, like, I mean, Gobu has to get into short bow form to do a majority of his damage if he wants to all-in somebody. You just can't really get in range of a lot of these characters who have really good escapes. I mean, people who make it to the end game are generally characters with good escapes. Okay, in Hotel right now, 200 MS going in on Waterfudge right now, bringing him down pretty low. Silences him, Bat Skill does not connect onto 200 MS. Waterfudge might be forced into the red right here. No, trying to avoid it right now. Yeah, going left, going right. Okay, finally chooses to go into the red. 200 MS. Next glove skill connects. Waterfudge brought down very low. Waterfudge stuns him against the wall right there. Oh, Shaggy Tiger connects. And now Waterfudge so low, forced to bike out. And 200 MS definitely not going to be able to catch that one. Waterfudge trying to avoid using the bike right there to save timer, but just forced to both use his bike, expend his bike, and expend his timer to get out of there. But fortunately, he got the CDR reset off being that bad.
Yeah, it looks like a Verse is ready to maybe third party if someone came in bruised out of the red, but seeing that 200 MS was still pretty much full HP, opts to not go too hard in that situation, especially not chasing into the red. But now Verse is camping out this tiny little like wooden bridge entrance between school and hotel. It's a bit of a choke point, and Verse can take advantage of it. That is what this character is good for, is taking advantage of these types of areas, but the remote mine doesn't really quite do anything. Looks like
actually, in Hotel right now, Gobu has gone all in by Ghost Electricity. All the 5 omens have hit, and Gobu's gone down really low. One more omen will do it, but Wraith Kira comes down the side. Pistol skill resets his Q, gets 2 quick Qs, and steals the kill right there.
I'm Rin in trouble now. Averse pushing up aggressively, doesn't quite fully commit. Doesn't commit the overclock or the ultimate. Is it overclock? I'm pretty sure it's overclock, but it doesn't matter. Yeah. Basically, he's not committing everything here yet, but I'm Rin sure is jumping over the wall, chunking out a Verse for about half of his HP. Now we're gonna see the big combo. There's the RQ, but it's not nearly enough. Imran will go, or will pick up the kill as a Verse does go down. Now Gally in a lot of trouble as Wraith Kira is pushing up from the top side of this pool here in Hotel. We're in our final 2 zones. That means we're gonna be fighting over the pool.
Oh my god!
200 MS, just not able to find any sort of break there as he jumps into a gigantic cluster of bombs. Gally picking up a kill. Wraith Kira half HP, trying to get away from this beefy, burly biker menace that's chasing him down and not going to give him a moment to breathe.
Yeah, Ghost Electricity on the side right now, trying to actually steal this kill right now.
Oh my god!
On the wall right now, real Ghost Electricity, 5 moments are used, and the initial damage burst takes down the kill. Now zone is closing, and once again, Waterfudge does not have a lot of timer right now. Rin sees Waterfudge is really low, just poking him down a little bit, and it looks like he might bite combo soon. No, lets him go right now. Galliax has firm control of the bottom zone right now, but only has 2 claymores and 2 more pendulum axes in his inventory, so if he goes to final zone, he might not be able to do it. Ghost Electricity misses the poke onto Galliax. Galliax, lots of timer to his name, throws down 1 more claymore, and Rin just has sole control of the top zone right now. Ghost Electricity trying to push into the ISOL, maybe deciding against it soon. Waterfudge, timer's ticking down, 17 seconds, 15 seconds, 14 seconds, popping a couple of traps. Now going in on Galliax right now, but losing so much of his health. The AR skill is used, and Galliax just gets the kill for free, just like that. None of the other contestants are able to steal that kill from him. And there we go, Galliax, 3 kills to his name. Ghost Electricity still stuck outside, forced to go in soon. Ghost Electricity trying to get into the zone, but 14 seconds left. Galliax knows that he can dodge him, but teleport goes in. Claymore on top of the TP, 5 moments is used, hits nothing. 7 seconds left. Brought down so low. Rin is going to try to take the kill right now. Let's see who gets it. Oh, Galliax actually dies to Ghost Electricity. Camouflage the wrong way, and now Rin is going in, trying to get the last kill. Gets feared away, and Ghost Electricity teleporting out, but Rin,
wait, does he have enough time?
He just the bike.
Oh,
and he has barely enough time. Gets into the final zone.
Ghost Electricity with just a second to spare on his timer. makes it back and is able to reset this fight. It's not Imrin getting it for free, but he sure does have a lot of traps to work with, plus the double glacial and the emerald tablet. Ghost Electricity sure does have his work cut out for him, and the 5 omens will not be up in time. Keep in mind, Ghost Electricity has maybe 15-ish seconds to work with. To get through all these traps, it seems unlikely with no cameras available.
Yeah, and now Rin, I mean, yeah, he just has the traps. Ghost Electricity's gonna try to use his range advantage to do a bit, but Radar Gun, okay, 5 Omens is used fearsome, but not quite enough damage. First for a moment, he gets procced. Ghost Electricity loses a lot of HP, and that Radar Gun healing is so incredible right now. Okay, Rin goes in, full bite combos him, actually tires him back into the traps right there, and clean cut combo from Rin gets him first place.
Well, it was a trap advantage that gave him the win, and that is going to be it for game number 4. I'm Rin picking up the victory. Man, oh man, if it weren't, it was like a butterfly effect of things that ended up leading to that victory. It started out with Homecoming. Yes, the journey began with Homecoming, as Homecoming took that fight against Imrin over in Temple. He had all those double guillotines in his inventory, and unfortunately he wasn't quite able to come out on top. What that led to was Imrin having an inventory full of double guillotines that gave him the zone advantage in the late game. And now suddenly, we're in the final zone. What's Ghost Electricity gonna do? He's got no ins because he's got no cameras, because he used everything to fight the ISIL that was taking up the entire left zone. It's just, everything led to another, and then suddenly Imrin with some very clean combos and some very good itemization coming out on top in a game number 4 of the ERCL Summer Blast. That was very well played.
Yeah, and Gali X at the end there, just barely dying. He tried to, with the very last Q from Ghost Electricity, Gali X chose to use his camouflage in a straight line. So where Ghost Electricity was aiming was for right on his body, but Gali X dodged straight into the, dodged in a straight line. So the Hygiene Q still connected. If he was able to actually camouflage either to basically to any other direction, he would have actually dodged it and still survived. Now, whether or not he would have actually beaten Rin at the end, nobody knows, but just a bit of a mistake from him there means that Ghost Electricity took second place above him. Well,
and another thing too is that Ghost Electricity, it was like, in that situation when you have 3 people left, you gotta pick a target, right? And he picked that target. Like, Ghost Electricity and Gali, they started fighting each other. If any of them had decided to fight Rin instead, who knows what would have happened? It would have been a completely different fight. Ghost Electricity getting out there at the end was so crazy. I thought he was doomed for sure with that 1 second left on his timer. That's so intense. All right, our scores, they're ready. Let's go check them out. Let's go see who's still in first, or maybe not anymore. Currently, Gunnar, you wanna run us through these scores, eh?
Alright, in first place we have Waterfudge at 64 points. Just crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think most people would expect him at first place right now.
He's been so consistent, like really.
Yeah, just... I'm sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Waterfudge just playing so consistent, just always in the final circle, always making like top 3, top 5, getting a lot of kills. I mean, that situation, of course, he wasn't able to convert any kills, but he knew what he had to do. He had to go back in and all in the final circle. And it's working, and close behind Piemaster, still in second at 60 points. Rin, 59 points, only 1 point behind Piemaster in third place. Averse also 1 point behind at 58 points. Gobu in 5th at 51 points, and Wraith Kira in 6th at 49 points. And tied for 6th is Homecoming, also at 49 points. 8th place is Nazimi with 38 points, and Gali X 37 points in 9th place. Ghost Electricity 10th place with 35. Sleeping Lion with 34 in 11th place.
Everyone is so close together. Like I know exactly why. It's like, wait a minute, no, these points, it doesn't matter. Like 9th, 10th, 11th. Like, everybody is so close to each other. Nobody is really that far ahead, especially since our difference between 1st and 5th right now is only 13 points. That is that's a massive deal, because that means that anybody could just swoop in, have an amazing game 5, and take the whole thing. It's winner takes all at this point, unless... Now, there are some potential situations where that's not the case. And of course, I'm talking about if all of our top players end up doing very poorly, and someone just has an insane game in the bottom, and just denies all of them points, then maybe it ends up being a situation where, like, Waterfudge gets the victory just off of a good, consistent placement. That could be something that we may end up seeing. But either way, It's anybody's game, guys, as we're going into the final game here at the ERCL Summer Blast. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for being here. I can't wait to see what we have in this final game, and we're getting into it right now. Here we go. The final for our characters or for our players are going to be. Oh, okay.
All right, yeah, Waterfudge.
All right. This is what I was expecting. Yeah, Waterfudge is switching it up.
Yeah, Waterfudge, he actually can't play Magnus anymore. He's used all 3 games of his Magnus, so he's gonna have to pick another character to try to like get that consistent placement with it. And he chooses most likely Tank Glove Hyunwoo. Very similar playstyle, although not quite the same amount of escape and kill potential. But a lot of the rest of the lobby is pretty similar. I mean, Homecoming's back on Nadine for his final game. Averse has switched to Crit Chiara actually. Same thing with 200 MS. And Tesca on the Zahir.
Oh my god, we have a Zahir? We haven't seen a Zahir this entire tournament. This is the first one we've actually seen come out. I'm pretty excited. Also, I want to point out Nazimi locking in William for the 3rd time. Of all the people who have been playing like a wild variety of stuff, the last person I expected to see 3 characters in a row was Nazimi, who has locked in William 3 times now. Especially concerning that it hasn't really been that successful in the finals.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, you can see, like, there's quite a bit of, I'll say, the level of play going from the qualifier to the finals has been clearly, like, it's risen quite a bit, and, like, the gaps are starting to show in just, like, William's pathing. Like, you saw, like, both of his games, he just wasn't able to get his items, and when you're not able to get his items, like, it's not like you can just finish your items later. Like, you're so behind on mastery, and that means, like, especially with such a, you know, not stat checky, but, or stat check, let's just say stat checky character like William, if you're behind on mastery, I mean, it just means matchups that you're winning before, you're not winning anymore. So, it's really tough for him right there.
Okay, Pie Master getting out of cemetery really fast, getting out of hospital really fast, so is Lily Petal. We have quite a lot of people spawning hospital, quite a lot of people spawning archery, and quite a lot of people spawning factory, like always. Did I say factory twice? I think I meant to say hospital in there. It doesn't matter. We have Tesca, I believe, going for... What weapon is this going to be? It's not Ruthenium, because there's no rubber or nail.
Oh, is this Fireball?
David Sling or no, Fireball?
Might be Fireball. I mean, he has the gunpowder in his inventory. That's one component of fire traps. Same thing with the oil.
You're right. Is Fireball Zahir a thing?
I am going to say definitively no, but I'm willing to be surprised.
I will watch respectfully. I mean, hey, I'm ready to be wrong. I think this is super spicy. Fireball did just receive a buff in the last patch, going from 3 flat amp per level up to 3.5 flat amp per level, which is not a huge buff, but you know, it's something. Maybe it's enough to elevate the weapon to a point where it wasn't before, because I think a lot of people did damage tests compared to other weapons and it just kind of was underperforming. So maybe post buff it's kind of something now.
Yeah, I gotta say 200 MS did not get iron ore out of cemetery, so he cannot build the Red Panther that he's been trying to build right now. And actually, yeah, 200 MS actually not playing Crit Chiara, he's playing Red Panther Chiara. You can tell by the fact that he has an extra needle, and because he's stacking bracelets most likely.
Homecoming in a lot of trouble. Bandit Bagel throwing down the chainsaw murderer, going in for it. Homecoming dropping everything on the ground, saying, please let me go. I just want to... Oh, no.
Yeah, and back in Avenue right now, Averse actually all in 200 MS, seeing his item disparity, and he hit the final root and finish him off. And unfortunately, he's not able to really pick up too many items off his body. Maybe just the Sunset Armor. Nope, doesn't even decide to take that one.
Jeez.
And that's 1 kill for Averse right there. I mean, if he has a pop-off game in this final game, it could go well for him. But Terurin, I don't even think I think he just heard the Bernice auto attack and realized, man, if this guy even enters my sight line, I am dead. So very smart from him. Just escapes from that right there.
God, I feel so bad for Homecoming. You could just tell, just by the panicked dropping of the items and just understanding how far behind he was. Man, that just hurts to watch.
Here we go. Waterfudge going in on Rin in alley right now. But he's getting comboed on the back end of it, taking so much damage. And who said Sylvia has a bad early game?
I think it was Imran that said that, actually. I'm not 100% sure. But I think, yeah, if Waterfudge went down there, remember, he's currently in first place. Dropping in, like, close to last place would be a very tragic way of ending his run here in the tournament. He'd probably still place well, but that would be pretty rough. Piemaster, though, remember, second place at the moment, I'm pretty sure, taking out Lily Petal. We didn't quite catch it on camera, but hey, it ended up happening. That is the first kill, and that's points. Points are very important if you're that close to taking first. Piemaster one step closer to securing the gold here in the ERCL Summer Blast.
Yeah, and I gotta mention, Sleeping Lion actually chose to go for a Magnum Boa build this game. Pretty unconventional for Sylvias in the modern day. This is normally something we see out of Aya. I mean, it's literally what Aya builds item for item, but I'm curious to see how he does for the rest of the game. Usually this build ends up falling off a lot more in the oh, actually there's a fight going on in hospital right now. Waterfudge is getting chased down by Wraithkira. Waterfudge actually not able to find a scrap metal right now for his sheet metal, so he's missing both his arm and his magazine that normally you need to be for the tank Hyunwoo build. I mean, provides most of the HP and defense you need.
Terran and Nazimi enforced. The Bola is thrown out by Terran. Nazimi trying to dash around, trying to get this damage and the pressure. The balls are stacking up, but the HP advantage is definitely going to Terran at the moment. Throwing down the ultimate, using the double balls to dash, but this is a tough situation to be in, especially, wait a minute, here's the turnaround. We're seeing the double hits coming out. This is huge damage coming out from Nazimi, but Terran is dealing so much in return, and Terran will be taking Nazimi out of the finals, and that will be the nail in the coffin for Nazimi's run here. Terran looking quite strong right now. I won't lie, this full build looking real good.
Yeah, Terran just terrorizing Nazimi right there. Nazimi actually just ducking and diving between actually Terran's autos. Not something you see very often anymore with the auto attack buffs to Bernice. It's very hard to do that, but the item disparity was just too high right there.
Oh, you sneaky guy.
Okay, hits the root onto goes like shoots right there, and that might be lights out. Last judgment is used.
Oh my!
And the auto attack after secures it, and there we go. A verse playing well with vision, and then just gets the root out of the bush, and that also spells lights out for Ghost Electricity. Averse getting the meteorite right there. We'll see what he does with that.
I feel like it's
on beach right now. Teska and Gobu having a little scuffle. Terurin though, okay, sees a target. Okay, sniper skill goes out. 1 shot, 2 shot. That's enough. A bit of mastery built right there. Not kill pressure though. Bandit Bagel sees Gobu on beach. Decides against it. I mean, Terura now is pretty strong. Same thing with the verse. The verse just...
The tree's still there. This tree is always still there. What is...
Sorry, is this night 1? What is going on right now?
Is this a silver lobby? Guys, come on. What are we doing? This tree is free. I mean, even this tree is just up. Guys, what is happening? Oh, Piemaster's not playing hard. That's why. Okay, never mind. It makes sense.
I mean, this is why we need Brandon in our lobbies. Brandon, can you please make it to the finals? I want to see these trees taken from the lobby.
Yeah, no one's respecting the tree. We need the one, the only Waterfudge and Striker clashing in pond, as Gali and Teska might also see each other and start engaging. We also have Terran chasing down Bandit Bagel. The Bola comes out, goes wide, as it often does.
In pond right now, yeah, here we go. Galliax hit the root, but Striker takes this as his cue to go in, finishes off Teska with the full combo and wants more, but uses the Q a bit too far away. Oh, Waterfudge doesn't get the wall stun right there, but Striker is taking a lot of damage, and Waterfudge now complete with his full tank build. Can't chase him for quite a bit, forces him into the red right there, and Striker's probably just going to TP out. Oh, in school right now. Quite a few people meeting up. Okay, Piemaster getting hit a bit by Brandflakes right now. But, of course, Piemaster just shrugging off. And Brandflakes also just letting him go a little bit. Piemaster wanting to return a bit of damage out of spite, but doesn't quite hit with that. And once again, we've entered quite the kind of the mid game. People are just kind of farming, building traps, increasing their mastery leads. And I mean, I think the two big storylines right now are Verse and Piemaster. They're both pretty well off right now. If Averse manages to survive till the late game or just get a couple more kills, he could. Okay, here we go. Averse is going in onto Brandflakes right now, doing so much damage. Rapier skill goes through, ult gets used, and Bandit Bagel, though, chasing onto the side, goes over the Chainsaw Massacre, jumps in, but it's not enough. Averse, though, choosing to greed out his timer, going back the other direction, and it seems to work out because Striker is now pressuring Bandit Bagel. And that's 3 kills for Averse. I mean, he's close now. He's really close to taking down the first place, I think.
Yeah, our verse is looking really good in terms of placement at the moment with those 3 kills. And also keep in mind, this is a character that snowballs super hard. Crit Kiara does so much damage when you give her the mastery and give her the rare materials too. So if Wick can eventually be secured, Striker with the clean moves, dodging the hack and slash while they're both trying to loot the body. There goes the, oh my god, Striker is so clean with it. Okay, he missed the dagger, but you know, he was kind of clean with it until that point.
Get in there.
He was almost there. Even ulting by that wall, giving him that huge advantage with those daggers dropping right by his feet. That was a really nice fight until it wasn't. Pie Master, Water Fudge.
This fight might take a while if Pie Master chooses to do it, but Pie Master can definitely chase him for quite a while. I think a verse actually actually never mind, I lied. Yeah, Pie Master and Water Fudge just punching each other a little bit, whacking each other, and then they decide to back off. You know, classic tank build things. Gali X and Wraith Kira, or Gali X has been kind of shadowed by Wraith Kira for a while, but I think Wraith Kira now deciding to just back off right there. I wanted to mention that Averse actually saw Tarun coming into Alley and just like insta walked out of Alley and TP'd out because that's just too impossible magic. Okay, Tarun going in on Vanderbilt right there. Hits the snare onto him. Let's see if this Ebola hits. Okay, Ebola hits him while he's blind. Oh, but he pulls out the sniper skill.
No! There's a gas pump in the way, man. Oh no.
Oh my god, wait, Vanderbilt is just resting in the. Oh wait, what? Okay, Tarun fires the Q into the bush and finds him, but
Gunner, are you seeing Terran's items?
I am definitely seeing that item, and some question marks are going off in my head.
Why is this man on fire? Why is this hunter on fire, man? Can someone explain this to me? This makes no sense.
Maybe he just wants to look beautiful in that dress. Oh, he's TPing into Temple!
Oh, no.
2 people just TP'd into Temple! Oh my god, there's 5 people in Temple right now.
Suddenly the entire lobby has decided to show up here in Temple. Terran finding himself right in the center, doesn't understand how many people are here right now. I don't know if he got the console vision in time. Now Wraith Kira is right next to him, ready to jump in on this fight, but no one really wants to all in on Terran. He's pretty strong at the moment. Water Fudge, who's he fighting? Up at? That's not important. Never mind.
Just want to mention, Water Fudge actually got the Smolder Glove, the Mark of the Phoenix.
Hey!
He actually does a lot of damage with the Smolder Glove because Hyunwoo's W is an auto reset. Same thing with his D skill. He can apply the Smolder really quickly off of a wall stun.
Yeah, the damage is really, really, really high until they hit about half their HP, and then it's not that high anymore, but it is really strong at getting you there, especially when you have a lot of tankier characters. Gobu pressuring Pie Master. If he gets this kill, this could be huge. Pie Master, one of the contenders for that first place that Gobu is fighting for, but he is finding himself surrounded as everyone has moved from Temple over to Beach. Why is everyone having this hive mind? Someone just TP'd in on a Pie Master.
Averse is actually taking Wick right now. Yeah, he actually just gets Wick, and that's Wick for Averse.
Oh my god, we were talking about that.
Yeah, he has both the red shoes and the auto arms prepped, so this is perfect for Averse right now. Just able to really accelerate his build. He also has the Moonlight Pendant off the Meteorite he got earlier, so he's so strong right now. Also getting the Mithril, likely switching to a Mithril armor later, so we'll have to see with him. He is so strong. I can't overstate how strong he is. Sorry, not Mithril armor, Mithril Helm, most likely.
Averse is giga looted. He just went from like good to oh my god good. Like he just leveled up so hard. Bandit Bagel and Striker putting the pressure on the Bandit Bagel, and Bandit Bagel jumping away, deciding to reset this fight. Sitting down in the classroom and kind of de-aggroing real quick. Pie Master here to jump in on this fight. Striker's got to be wondering where the heck did Bandit Bagel go, but now he seems to know exactly.
Yeah, in Chapel right now, Averse and just kidding.
As these fights seem to always go, it's like, oh my god, they're walking away. Okay.
Yeah, everyone's kind of poking at each other in school right now. I think Rin just TP'd out of Chapel, didn't want any of it. Actually, TP'd straight into Turin. Turin hits the Ebola on Rin right there, but doesn't get the snare fast enough on the ground, so it doesn't combo, and Rin able to take him out because of that. Also has the Sanguine Goodbye as inventory, but Averse coming in on the side. Can he get this kill on Rin? Rin is very fast again with the Sanguine Goodbye. Also, now that he has the Sanguine Goodbye, he'll be able to switch off one of his CDR items to a different item. In Alley right now, looks like there's a couple people just running away from each other. Averse, again, he really wants to kill Rin right now, actually, because if he manages to kill Rin, it's only Pie Master left who can contest him for first place, really.
That's true.
I guess Wraith Kira as well, but he already has such a lead.
Actually, Gobu can too. A lot of our top 6 is still alive, like pretty much all of them.
Oh, that is true, yeah. Okay, getting the wall stun off is Waterfudge, and Sleeping Lion is getting brought down so low, but he's biked out, and now Waterfudge can't really follow this. He's just not fast enough. But Sleeping Lion running out of fuel right there. Looks like he'll be able to get out there, but Waterfudge is trying to kind of lurk and find out where he went. In Factory, Wraithkira and Rin had a little bit of a fight, but not too much actually happened right there.
Oh, Gobu and Bandabagel.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bandabagel just jumping away from Gobu, but Bandabagel, his mastery situation doesn't look... Oh, Waterfudge once again going on Striker and Ali right here. Striker just jumping past him, not giving him a chance to get wall stun. And
Averse catching onto Pymaster, lands the Mania. Gets bat skilled away, but Averse is deciding to take this fight. Does not want to let him go. Reactivates. Oh my god, that did so much damage. Pymaster getting away with just a little bit of HP. Bikes away, but I don't know if he's going to necessarily get away.
Oh, and Ali right now,
Roger.
Sleeping Lion once again is getting caught by Waterfudge. And Sleeping Lion just barely has enough fuel to use his bike, but it's going to run out soon. He's going to have to, he might just keep getting chased down by Waterfudge. Waterfudge really wanted to secure just a couple more kills to cement him into first place right now. Striker going into Waterfudge again, but with the with the Mithril Armor and Banneret on Waterfudge, he's not doing too much damage. Sleeping Lion getting gone on by Gobu now. He's not having the greatest time. Not even able to recover his fuel. Also 12 seconds left. Hits the board right there. Oh, gets tagged by Rio's ultimate right there. So he's mega slowed right now. Barely gonna make it into Ali with so little timer. Yeah, 1 second left on his timer. And straight into the waiting arms of Striker, most likely. Striker just waiting inside this bush. Not quite in his vision range, though. Okay, Striker, yeah, just Sleeping Lion just dips out of his vision range, actually, into the school bush. But Gobu's still hot on his tail. Okay,
oh no!
Now
Sleeping Lion has quite the work cut out for him as Waterfudge just can't be the TP, and Striker is laying in wait. This could be bad, especially with only 1 second left on the timer. Sleeping Lion has to take this fight and make it into that zone. They're going to be making noise. That's not quite the ult you wanted to see coming out of Striker. And now if Gobu can sniff out where Sleeping Lion still is, this could be the kill secure for Gobu. Remember, Sleeping Lion... Oh no, Gobu just barely missing him. Sleeping Lion getting away, and everyone is congregating towards Doc right now.
Yeah, the radar scan has gone through and everyone is seeing each other in dock. Striker immediately realizing the danger just runs out. He doesn't have the Ruthless, the ultimate, to escape right there, so he runs out. Averse with the early console vision, I think we'll be able to tell where people are coming in, but it looks like he just opted to TP out. Of course, Crit Share wanting to take the 1v1s, not wanting to take any multi-man fights, because without the ultimate, Crit Share, not quite a champion. And now Pymaster just chasing down Striker. Okay, Averse comes in to secure the kill. Perhaps Striker goes invisible, but Averse can still see him. Averse ulting him on top of him, and now Pymaster and Averse are still in a 1v1. Averse might not be an ult form, but Pymaster does not do that much damage, so Averse is just chasing him down right now. And now right into Wraithkira. And Waterfudge, actually. Waterfudge seeing Pymaster now. Wraithkira as well. Wraithkira goes in, taunts him for Waterfudge for the 1-2, but Pymaster using the Unstoppable to get out of this situation. Now, knowing that Waterfudge doesn't do too much damage, just gonna run past him. But he's actually taking quite a bit of damage from that those smolder ticks right now. And Wraithkira, seeing this as his opportunity to go in, pistol skills to throw a bit of poke onto him, and Waterfudge just keeps chasing. Pymaster doesn't have his bike quite up yet, but it should be up in the next 10 seconds.
Averse going all in onto Gobu. Hold on, this is huge right here. Averse gets the reactivation onto Gobu, gets the kill. Now Averse is trying to get away from Sleeping Lion, who, remember, was barely able to get away earlier, and he will be able to take him down. Averse is gonna fall to Sleeping Lion, as we do still have the chase over here, as Pymaster is trying to get away from Imran. Every second you can get away is another chance of you making it to the end, but it looks like the stun will be enough from the first attack. The pull-in from Wraithkira will spell the end of Pymaster's attempt here in the finals, and now Waterfudge versus Wraithkira. This is a tough fight, because both of these characters can pretty easily get away from each other.
Yeah, and you see just how much the Smolder is ticking for. Not anymore, but once with Wraithkira, even through the lifesteal, Smolder was just bringing his life bar down to the 25% mark almost. And now it's a huge swing, because both Averse and Pymaster, Gobu's dead. I mean, let's see. I mean, it's Waterfudge, Wraithkira, Rin, all trying to overtake likely the amount of points Averse got off of kills right now. So all of them are vying for the first place finish right now to try to get them to secure the first place finish in the tournament.
Verse got a lot of kills. 5 is quite a huge number, and honestly, it's gonna be hard to beat that, but if you manage to get like 3 kills in the win or something, that's kind of the number you need to get in order to win, I'm pretty sure, and Imran's not far from that. Wraith Kira has a few more points he'd have to get in order to make it to the end, because he's down about 10 more points from Imran, and then there's also Waterfudge all the way up there at the top with 64 points. He already had a point cushion above Averse, so all he has to do is have a good, consistent game in order to beat him out in the end. It's unbelievably
right now,
close.
Rin is all in Wraith Kira right now, but Wraith Kira uses the decoy to get out, uses the pistol skill as well, but Rin so fast with the second gun, hits him with a long range tire right there, switches to his bike form, so fast, gets hit by the shuriken and switches back to normal form. Waterfudge on the side, sees Wraith Kira really low, but knows he'll have trouble securing the kill. Waterfudge doesn't quite hit the wall stun. EMP barrage gets used for the kite right there. Long range tire once again hits on Waterfudge, and Rin so fast runs into melee range. Oh, starts autoing the telephoto camera actually right there. Jumps over the wall. I think he saw Sleeping Lion on the cam right there. And this could be a Dock final zone. Now, the final zones in Dock are quite wild, let's say. So expect to see quite a chaotic final zone when it's the preliminary final zone stage, let's say.
I see the final zone in general benefits ranged characters, and unfortunately there's only one melee character here in this game at the moment. Oh my god, Wraith Kira having to TP in, eat a little bit of timer. This could be a bad TP. Where's he gonna show up? Very safe. Very fortunate for him right there. But yeah, these final zones are very strange. You have one over here on the bottom L by the lighthouse. Waterfudge getting zoned away as Imran is calling this his home. The other Sylvia, Sleeping Lion, is taking control of the building on the left. This is another one of those weird zones as it only has a small door dividing it. You have to funnel through that if you're going to get to the other side. This is definitely going to be a battle for the ages.
Yeah, and Galligalliax just trying to get his way into one of the zones. He has lots of traps out right now, the Claymores. Just clearing a bit of the cameras right now so he can start placing down his traps. Doesn't have any cameras, though.
He has so many traps to work with too. Galligali might be the sleeper winner here. No one's really counting him like as the victor because we do have all these Sylvias who are so well geared. But Galligali is really prepping for this final zone. Galli, you gotta go somewhere else. It's not gonna end up going there.
Yeah, he's actually just entrenching himself outside of the final zone, actually, because he knows Waterfudge is ticking down Sleeping Lion's timer. And I mean, Rin's the only one with well, Rin's the only one that's not about to explode in the future. So he's just doing a smart thing actually right now, just camping outside the zone while everyone else is fighting for the zone. And just slowly building up a position for himself that he can fall back to right now. Waterfudge, oh, okay, Sleeping Lion going on a Galligalliax with that Smart Bomb. Now Rin looking to steal a kill for himself. Let's see who gets it. It's Sleeping Lion. And now let's see if Sleeping Lion can get out of Rin's fight. Okay, the two bikes are slamming into each other right now. Looks like Rin might come out on top.
Oh my god.
Yeah, finishes him off. And Waterfudge on the other side also finished off Wraith here. Now it's a 1v1 between Rin and it's 1v1 between Rin and Waterfudge, and let's see who can take it. Rin does not have too much fuel, but Waterfudge is not quite able to get on top of him with all of these walls over here.
You have to Rin. Oh, I was going to mention real quick, you have to remember, Galligali has a bunch of traps on his body. They're just sitting there. No one has looted them yet. If anyone identifies this and is able to pick those up, that could be the advantage they need for the final zone, but it won't matter. They want to fight right here, right now. It's going to be Imran comboing against Waterfudge as he slammed him not quite into the wall. The knockback, the finish line, and here comes Imran dashing over the finish line as he is going to secure first place and win the final match of the ERCL Summer Blast. That's Imran picking up one more victory to try and secure the final victory. Oh,
and there we go. Man, it was looking really close between all of our competitors at the end there. Everyone's neck and neck in points, and we'll have to see who comes out on top. I mean, is it going to be a verse with this 5 kills? Is it going to be Rin with the 4 kill first place? Waterfudge maybe just got consistent enough points that he's still in first place. We'll have to see.
4 kills first place, that's a good result. I mean, Averse, sure, he had 5 kills, but he only ended up in 7th. That is far less points. I can already tell you this right now. I mean, just in theory, Imran should surpass Averse's points. There's no chance that Averse could even pass him, having a placement that low. But the question is, Waterfudge. Waterfudge ended up 2nd with 1 kill. Is that enough to outpace Imran? Remember, he had a point lead going into this game. It's gonna be hard to say for sure, but I gotta say, first place is a lot of points. You gotta give credit where credit's due. It could go either way. It's going to be very intense. What's your prediction, Gunnar? Coming out of that, who do you think's going to take it?
I may have already looked at the scores.
Okay,
so
pretend you didn't already look at the scores, because I already did too.
Well, completely unbiased, I think Imrin is probably going to end up taking it just because of that excellent first place finish.
That's an
but
insane prediction
it could be anyone's
skills.
game.
How did you even come up with that? That's
Yeah,
wild.
I don't know. Honestly, I think someone spoke to me in a dream this morning.
Yeah, it was a prophecy. It was the beach vibes getting to you. Honestly, Imran played that extremely well, and those those combos against Sylvia, like the Sylvia fighting the Sylvia, is such a chaotic 1v1. I can't even keep track of who is doing what. It's just vroom, vroom, vroom. It's switching out. I knock you back. I put a wall down. Back into bike for vroom. Like, it's absolutely insane. I don't know how any of these Sylvia players can keep track of it in the 1v1. But yeah, that was very, very well played by Imran. Also, I mean, Waterfudge busting out the Mark of the Phoenix Hyun. I didn't see that coming. I didn't expect it to win, and it didn't, because it's really hard for it to actually close out the kills. It does a lot of damage, though, before that point, but man, he did pretty well. He ended up getting second with 1 kill. Not a bad situation. He killed Wraithcure, I believe it was. It might have been to timer, though. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I think he actually might have just killed him normally, but I'm not sure, because
Kira had very low timer, though.
Yeah, it could have gone either way, honestly. We'll have to ask him after the game, or later on, I guess.
So yeah, that is going to be it. We have the scores ready. So let's check that out. Let's check out the scores. In first place, coming out on top of the ERCL Summer Blast is Imrin with 91 points. Coming up in second, not too far behind, is Averse with 83. In third, we have Waterfudge. Coming up with 80 points. In fourth, not far behind, is Piemaster7 with the nice little 69 there. In fifth is Wraithcure with 61. And in sixth is Gobu with 56. We should never quite forget, though, just out of prizing is Sleeping Lion with 52, Homecoming with 49, and Gally Gally with 45. Congratulations to our winner, Imrin, and congratulations to everyone for making it this far in the tournament. You guys all played amazing to even get here, and you guys played amazing today as well. Gunnar, any thoughts on our top?
I mean, these are certainly our top players in NA, and they've made a top showing in the tournament. So I mean, hats off to you guys. This is a great tournament. I love seeing the new items being used in really innovative ways. One thing I got to comment on, I wonder, like, if Waterfudge just got to play Magnus all 5 games, maybe he would have been able to take it, maybe not, but it felt like he was just out of reach of reaching the top placement. Same thing with the Verse, like, felt like he was also just so close to getting the first place for himself, just getting that unfortunate third party enforced as well. So just well done to all of you guys. It was really beautiful, and I loved watching it.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, really, I can't say this enough. I enjoyed seeing the diverse picks that we had with the anti-OTP rule. I enjoyed seeing what everyone brought today. We saw some surprise picks. We saw a lot of diversity, and that's what we really like to see over here. I enjoyed seeing, I mean, one of the funniest things to me in this entire tournament was the fact that Gobu brought Ancient Bolt Hedgen and won a game. Who saw that coming? That was one of the weirder things. Also, I love seeing Nazimi's diverse character picks. I love seeing, maybe I didn't love seeing all the Magnuses. But
well, let's not forget the hero of the tournament, the good old Nightingale Excalibur player. You live on in our hearts, buddy.
Usaki on the qualifiers with the Nightingale. Oh my god. Alright guys, well that is going to conclude our broadcast for today. Thank you all for joining us. We're going to be doing some more stuff in the near future, so keep your eyes out. Thank you all for watching. On behalf of myself and the entire ERCL staff, I want to thank you sincerely for coming out and joining us and supporting Eternal Return to Esports. Gunnar, any final words before we close things out?
Well, first of all, happy birthday to Rin. Everyone go say happy birthday to him. It's his birthday today. He put out a great showing on his birthday as well. If you want to find me, I had a great time casting with y'all. Thanks for having me on. I mean, I really enjoyed my chance to actually cast on the official Nimble Neuron channel. It's really great experience for me. And if you want to catch more of me, you can find me on twitch.tv/gunner62. And that's it for me. Thanks to you guys for hosting the tournament. Thanks to everyone for watching, and yeah, I'll see you guys later, I guess.
All right, I'll catch you later. We're actually going to go to a quick little break to try and get an interview set up for our winner, Imrin. We're going to have to sort of, there's some weird complications, so we're going to handle that in just a second. We'll be back in a minute, so stick around. Welcome back. We are joined right now by our winner of the ERCL Summer Blast. I'm Rin. Rin, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. I honestly, like, I don't know. After, like, I restarted my stream, I don't know. I haven't been able to, like, talk at all.
Did you, so run me through your entire day today. Like, okay, well, it's specifically in the tournament. Like, run me through how you ended up taking the victory. What was it that you came prepared with? What was it that gave you the edge over everybody else?
So, I spreadsheeted my winning and losing matchups to determine when I wanted to play side characters. So I wanted to make sure I could get my Sylvia into as many winning matchups as possible because I believed in my Sylvia more than I did my Dylan, just because I felt like I hadn't practiced Dylan enough recently.
Okay, makes sense.
I did. After that, honestly, after game 1, I felt really scared. I thought I was just, like, completely out of it. Just because, like, I died 18th, I got no kills, I just, like, I inted someone who was a competitor to me, and, like, it was a really bad position for me. And then game 2 happened, and in game 2, I feel like somehow, despite going 18th, I felt really calm. And I don't know, I felt like I popped off toward the end. I almost got the kill on Tupai, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to close it out, but that still gave me like motivation to where I thought I could do well because I think I was in like 7th place at the time, so I could at least like climb up to 1st place as long as my Sylvia games were good. Yeah,
it seemed like your momentum really started to build up in the later games. It seemed like you had like that shaky start, especially I think you died in hospital in game 1, I think it was, and then just being able to shrug that off, not let that bother you. That's a really good way of letting you just come back in the later games and close the whole thing out. So that was really good.
Yeah. Like, especially, I gotta commend you for keeping it calm when, like, that real ultimate just came from down and stopped you from...
I can tell you for a fact, I did not keep it calm. I did not keep it calm. It tilted me so hard. And then right after
the boar
blocked my... Dude, I tilted my mind.
Oh, we were losing
I
it.
Keep it under control.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was like, man, it's Rin's birthday today, and then Rio just shoots an arrow from downtown, and then his ult gets canceled by Boar. Oh man, that must have felt so bad.
All I'm saying is, if this is a PG stream, don't check out my stream when that happens.
Sounds good. Well, congratulations on your win. Is it your birthday today? I heard your birthday?
Yeah, today's my birthday.
Well, happy birthday. What a great way to win, or a great way to celebrate your birthday by getting a win. That's got to feel pretty good. Also, now that you have won the ERCL Summer Blast, what is your plan for competitive ERBS in the future? Are you going to come to future tournaments with that fire, that passion? You're going to bring it to the ranked ladder? What's in the store for the future of Rin in competitive ERBS?
I want to branch out more from just playing Sylvia. I felt like my dial-in performances today were really lackluster, so I want to start working on my dial-in because I feel like my Sylvia is, obviously already best in the West, but I don't know.
Yeah, I respect that. You diversifying. I mean, you used to play Dylan a lot though. Like I remember I used to run into all the time playing Amp Dylan.
But I sucked at the game back then. Really, really bad. We don't talk about that.
Okay. Are we ever going to see a return to Amp Dylan, or is that ship has sailed?
I'm not gold blend, unfortunately. I can't rep the Amp Dylan.
Makes sense. All right, well, Gunnar, you got any final questions for our winner here?
Yeah, I just want to ask you, like, how do you feel about Sylvia with the new items right now? Like, we saw you with the Sanguine come by a couple times. Like, do you think the new items have been, like, a huge boon to Sylvia? Like, how do you think about them?
I actually think the VF thing, Sanguine come by, it really helps with itemization because you could put CDR and still have a lot of damage in that slot.
Yeah,
because before what would happen, if you go for tablet, you would lose a lot of damage from the flat damage. But now having the healing reduction and having the extra damage from the on hit, and you get 0.2 move speed, I think, at max, it's actually like such an insane item, and it helps you itemize really well until late game. Like, I can go for a mithril chest and not have to worry about it. It feels so nice.
Yeah, makes sense, honestly. Well, congratulations, man. That was a hard-fought victory and extremely well-deserved. So, good work, man.
Thanks.
Any final words?
I guess check out my birthday subathon stream at twitch.tv/imrin. Yeah, that's about it.
All right, cool.
Thanks for hosting this tournament, guys.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Guys, that's going to be the conclusion here for us at the ERCL Summer Blast. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Gunnar, so much for co-casting with me over this entire weekend. I had a blast. Thank you to our tournament staff, as usual, for being wonderful and making sure that everything runs as smoothly as possible. Thank you to Imrin for giving us such fantastic games. And guys, thank you all for joining us. That's going to be it for us. We'll catch you guys in the next tournament. Take it easy.
Wait, can I say one more thing?
Oh, yeah. What's up?
Q ranked.
Yes, Q ranked. All right, see you later.